welcome to the Horned Lord of Witherstone Tower, an evil adventure for 5th edition. Okay, so just to start, just a reminder on the rules for this campaign. So there are no good aligned races. You guys have that all set up. And we're going to do epic heroism resting, which means short rests take 5 minutes and long rests take 1 hour. However, spellcasters gain only half of their spell slots back after a long rest. And only an 8-hour rest will restore spell slots of 6 level or higher. I'm not sure if we'll get high enough to where you even have spells that high, but good to know anyway. If you're reduced to 0 hit points, you get a lingering injury. So I'll keep that up for that point. And then there's limited, since this is an evil campaign, I figured there might be some PvP at some point. It is limited though, basically you both have to, why
would you imagine us killing each other?
Because evil always finds a way. So you have to, you have to agree on it, if it's just, if there's some stat and you're like, no, I
agree on the type of battle?
Right, yeah, it just has to be...
So we can agree it's paper, rock, scissors to the death.
Sure, if you want to play that instead of D&D 5th edition, sure. But you know what I mean. Basically, if you're like, no, we'll just have a fist fight in a montage or something and roll for athletics, and then I beat up you and no hit points are lost, whatever, that's fine. But
do you agree to me stabbing you in your sleep and killing you?
Yeah, that's the type of thing I don't want to allow. So,
okay.
But unless they, for some reason, agree to it, whatever. And then also, because this is an evil campaign, we're going to keep this the fun, cartoony type of evil. We're not going to have torture or anything like that. And if anything gets too much...
I mean, we'll have torture.
But it's not going to be...
Just don't get into the gruesome detail.
Exactly. It's like on Skyrim, how you can turn the, violence slider up, or how much gore or whatever. We're going to keep it on the lower end. I mean, it's going to be fun, but basically, if ever anything gets too much, just say, "Objection!" like Pete Phoenix, right? And then we'll just retcon it.
What if...
That's our safe
word. Yeah, that's our safe word.
Objection is our safe word. What if the gore description is, and they explode into 2 femurs?
like a video game. Then I think that's probably fine with everyone. We'll see what happens there. Okay, so let's get started. Darkness. All of you find yourselves in darkness.
Cat's an interesting...
Yeah.
Was.
Daedric, you find yourself in darkness. What do you do?
Darkness with my eyes opened, or?
Yeah, you open your eyes and it's completely dark. It's like you woke up from a deep sleep and you're not sure what woke you up, but yeah, you look around, everything's completely dark. What do you do?
I'd probably summon my imp because he can see in the dark.
You attempt to summon your imp and he doesn't come. Apparently it's been long enough that you have to do your little ritual to summon him. Apparently he hasn't been, he's not on call at this point. So it must have been a while since you were in this situation. What's your imp's name again?
Targup.
Targup, that's right. So you're just kind of like, Targup. Targup, come here.
Yeah.
And nothing happens. Madhu,
right.
You are also in darkness, and you just sort of look around. What do you do?
Let's see. So I cannot see at all in the dark? Or does my dark vision allow me to...
If you have dark vision, you see a stone surface right in front of your face.
Oh. I will Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, can I move my arms at all, or am I just like...
You're kind of cramped. You realize as you look around, you're in a cramped space in the darkness. Can't move
using
very
my snake dexterity like disjointment, I'm going to like try to get my arms up instead.
Okay,
By
it's cramped,
disjointing
but
and
you're able to
rejointing.
sort of do it. And yeah, you kind of
Okay.
push on the stone surface, and you realize you're on your back. And yeah, this stone surface isn't moving. All of
Feel
you,
reminiscent of a coffin.
it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will
And,
start
weird.
tapping.
You feel a little. You feel like you've been in this case before, Dejakai. This seems familiar, but it's still kind of
Seems
confusing.
oddly
Like,
familiar.
like, how did I get in this?
Strangely
specific
familiar. This isn't my coffin. Whose coffin am I in?
You guys hear voices. They're muffled since they're outside of this stone surface that you see in front of you. And then you hear a clinking sound. And suddenly you see little cracks of light appear in front of you. Ting, ting, ting. And then suddenly the surface in front of you crumbles and little pieces of rubble and stone land all over your face and body. We'll say first off is Daedrikai. So yeah, you suddenly get like dust and rubble all over you, and you sit up and you hear a voice, and it says, Daedrikai, it's about time that you wake up. We're in need of your services again. Get up. And you feel suddenly tiny little hands like rubbing your shoulders and arms because they're really stiff. And as you kind of shake off your the dust out of your eyes, you see two little goblins, and they're just like looking at you a little bit timidly as they're massaging your arms back into massaging the stiffness out of them. And you realize they are very stiff. It seems like you've been in there for a very long time, apparently.
You just shoo the goblins off and crack some bones.
You look around and you see another goblin. He is in like kind of a grayish robe. I'll put a picture of him on the chat real quick. Dang it, this should have been open. Here we go. You see a goblin in a kind of a gray robe, big bushy gray eyebrows with like a staff, and he looks over and he's like, "You won't be needing to do that with Daedrikai." And the goblins kind of back away, and it's like, he's been through the ringer a couple times at least. Don't worry about him. Now come over here, help me with these other ones. Madu.
Not my first time.
Madu. And you see him kind of knock on one of the coffins with his staff, and he's like, "Come on!" And the goblins come over with little picks, and they clink, 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 clink. And Madu, suddenly you see.
Let me out of here.
Suddenly, you see.
Yeah, we're gonna deal with that the rest of this game.
It's not too late to change. I think that's fitting.
You know how sometimes in the morning you have like a frog in your throat?
I'll always have a frog in my throat.
Because I eat them constantly. I'm joking.
Have a creepy group here. The roof crumbles in front of you. You're able to kind of shield your eyes and everything, and you see a couple of goblins looking down at you. One of them, older than the other ones with a robe, one of his eyes is kind of glowing faintly red. And he's like, "Madu, you are needed. You've been sleeping for quite some time now. Get up. If you can."
I will. Like, do a weird, like, shimmy out of the,
A creepy little slither of a body up. Your body is quite stiff, and the goblins hurriedly just just like rub your joints and everything so that you're able to move again. It seems like you've been in there for quite some time.
So like a 4th of July rattler is what I sound like then?
Yeah. And then he's like, "And Rafa, and he
Wait a minute.
on your coffin."
I'm going to play Oladin first.
Oh, okay. Oladon.
Oladin. Do I remember Oladon? Do you remember?
You
I remember being. My second character is Owlbear.
Bugbear.
We were supposed to roll
Hobgoblin.
2 characters.
Right.
Okay, so you're playing Oladon, who is a Dragonborn, right?
Right. Do I remember being put in this?
You don't remember anything. You're trying to remember what you did last, and you can't remember. You're just kind of blanking. Like it feels like you're sort of groggy, just after a long night. You're just sort of looking around, and you're not quite sure.
For me, it feels like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well,
Deidrekai just
in case they know me better than I know them, I'll just give you a heads up. I'm going to release my breath weapon as soon as my cage is open and try to.
Okay, perfect. So you hear, you guys all hear this goblin, this robed goblin go, Rafa, and the goblins clink, 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 open it up, and he looks in and he goes, oh, that one is not ready yet. Move along. Oladon. And they crack open Oladon's, and suddenly this cloud of gas just goes, and they're like, oh! A couple of the goblins go, and just like die, and
is it poison?
The poisonous gas just erupts out.
Am I close enough to like breathe it in and just enjoy it?
If you want to, yeah, we'll say that.
I'm immune to poison, so I could just be like, fresh poison in the morning.
Yeah,
what are you like, poison tea or something?
You've had beans recently.
The goblin, jumps back in time, just covering his mouth with his robe, and he's just like, I was afraid that was going to happen. And he looks over at the dead goblin, and he's just like, I'll have to dispose of that later. All right, get up, Oladon. Your services are needed as well. And the remaining goblin helps massage feeling into your joints as you sit up. And you guys look around at each other. You find yourself in the middle of a cavern full of these sort of stone coffins. There's I'd say about a dozen of them or something, and the 3 that you guys are around, that you just came out of, are the ones that have been broken open. Madhu, why don't you describe what you look like as the others look at you?
Snape, Severus. No, I'm not the sock puppet. But I will say that Madhu is lithe, kind of elongated in most features. Has long, straight black hair, very different from my own. Madhu also has very distinct snake-like features. Somewhat scales on his face, so it's like goes from this greenish smooth skin to like slight scales under the eyes, and when he talks, there's very much like the weird snake tongue wiggle every time. Has fangs, but if you refer to his fangs as being big, he would be pleased, but most of the time you would be lying to yourself.
Like needles?
Yeah, little baby needles.
So what race?
I'm a Yuan-Ti pureblood.
Yep, he's a Yuan-Ti, so like a snake folk sort of person.
And I must always tell the truth.
Oladon, what does your character look like as they look around at you? Oladon? Scott?
Sorry. I was waving.
Already forgot which character you're playing.
That's you, sir. Hold on.
Oladon is obviously Dragonborn, as opposed to the squat, thick Dragonborn you normally see. He's almost elongated. His neck is too long for his body. He's obviously got a green tinge to his scales, with an odd ridgeline down the middle of his head. and a lot of pointy teeth. And although his expression doesn't really express that he's irritated, it's obvious in the way he moves and from his entrance that he is slightly irritated.
It is his facial expression just like resting smile face or something? Like, just always looks happy.
But
So everybody's like,
it may just be
he's
his
not
natural
angry.
state. Am I froze up or are y'all froze up?
We're not
I think I'm froze up.
You're not
Dang.
frozen up to us, so working fine.
Yeah, can you still hear us? Apparently not.
Hello?
No.
Oh, we can still hear you. Well,
Crap.
wait, so let me get this straight.
I'm going to restart.
What was the colors on Daedric at the moment? I mean, other than white.
So, yeah, I was going to say, Daedric.
I'm restarting right quick.
Okay. I know you can't hear us.
Don't know that he hears us.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, he probably
just felt
doesn't.
right.
So, are we going to play with
kick him
Oladon not having the best of hearing because he already, like, you were calling out his roll call?
Yeah, I just disconnected him manually so that he would know that, like, maybe, that something's wrong.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll get in. While we're waiting for him, Daedric, yeah, what do you look like?
So, first of all, Daedric's a undead human, kind of.
I'm here. I'm going to restart my computer. Sorry.
Okay, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Sweet.
we could hear you just fine earlier, but I guess you froze up on yours, so.
So, like I said, Daedric is a human-looking person, but obviously been dead. Very pale, bluish skin. Scraggly, mostly not there hair. Tattered clothes.
What
He'd
color
also probably-
is the hair?
It's black.
Okay.
He'd probably come out and look around at the others. Oh, that's strange. You two don't seem dead.
Not as yet.
So creepy. Okay, and the robed goblin, he cracks open another coffin. He's just like, not ready either. The Horned Lord will not be pleased. Here, carry this one up there, and we'll hopefully he'll wake up eventually. And he pulls another goblin out of the coffin. This goblin looks a little older than kind of like this robed one. It looks more important is the word that you would choose for this other goblin. He pulls out of the coffin, and the other goblin kind of picks him up and carries him out. He's kind of stiff, and you just see him kind of slowly getting a little looser as he's just carrying this stiff goblin on his arms. And the hooded goblin looks over at you and he's like, well, what are you waiting for? The Horned Lord is waiting. And he kind of gestures to you to follow him out of the room.
Is that our lord?
We wearing any of our equipment?
He looks back and he's like, oh, your memories are probably gone by this long. Well, it has been 15 years. All right. Well, I'm sure your memories will come back in time, but I guess I'll give you the basics. My name is Booyog, and I am the Horned Lord's counselor. You are all minions of the Horned Lord. This is Witherstone Tower.
We'll pull out a dunce cap and set it on my head.
You try to reach for the dunce cap that you always keep with you for some reason, and it's not there.
I will be looking for that in the treasury later.
Yeah, by the way, all you guys are just wearing simple, old, tattered, like, gray clothing. You don't have any...
We don't have our weapons either or anything, right? Okay.
So Booyog says, the Horned Lord was defeated by a bunch of meddling adventurers 15 years ago. Luckily for them, he had split his soul into 7 shards. and kept one of them to slowly regenerate his consciousness and soul over the past 15 years. He's finally strong enough to start looking for the others, which apparently the adventurers stole as trophies of their defeat of the Horned Lord.
Yeah, of course.
And so, you, four, as he looks over at the stiff goblin, were some of the Horned Lord's most trusted lieutenants back in the day, and so you all agreed to be put into magical sleep after you survived the attack on the tower, and to be basically sealed up in these coffins until you were further needed. And that time is now. So, follow me, you'll get your equipment soon enough, but right now the Horned Lord is waiting.
All right.
And the other goblin carries the stiff goblin out of the room, and he kind of gestures to follow him, and he leaves out.
It's kind of like bouncing like a wooden plank.
He's just kind of tottering, and he's like slowly starting to loosen up a little bit, but yeah.
Or is it like dragging like the one wood plank across stone gravel and it just like makes that weird dragging noise? Just
he's not like he's light enough that the other goblin can carry him, but
okay.
Yeah. And he's small enough too, he's not very tall, so anyway, so they go out the doorway and up some curving stone stairs that lead off and up into the distance. You guys following?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
All right. You guys leave the room and
walk like this.
Oh gosh, you're so creepy. Oh, I love it. Okay, so
Even worse when I move really fast. So when I triple dash,
It looked really weird when we're walking together, because you're moving side to side and I'm moving kind of in these jerky flows.
like those weird lizard mounts that you see from time to time in games or films, where they just kind of go back and forth while they're running. That's what I look like, but without the tail and without.
Can you guys see Scott okay? Or is his video? Okay, I need to refresh real quick then. There
When
we go.
Austin left and came back, I lost Daedric Guy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's just like a shuffling game. Okay. So you guys go up the stairs, up this winding tunnel, up to a higher level that opens up into what appears to be a long hallway. You see a old, tattered, and scorched red... I hate you, Dustin. They don't sell that here, and it drives me nuts. I need a pack of
Going,
some
don't let me
next
distract
time
you.
Next time I'm there in Utah, I'm buying some guanana. Anyway.
Hornlord can kill me later, so...
Yeah. You enter this hallway and you see this seems to be the top of the tower. It's like a hallway that leads kind of in two directions. Obviously, it's a hallway. There's a scorched and tattered like red carpet on the ground that kind of leads to the sides. You see three other doors, and to your left there's a big opening that you can see light streaming in through. This kind of a reddish sunlight, and then to the right is a darker end of the hallway, and that's where you see Booyog and the other goblin sort of gesturing to follow. Just keep following him.
Yep, I will
Continue.
slowly.
Slither along. So you guys...
I'd like to kind of just peek in the other room as we walk by, or down the other hall.
Okay. One of the other rooms... it seems that the other three areas are tunnels like the one that you came from. They all seem to go down, but they spiral like a different direction than the other one. So, the other one that you did spirals down to the right, the other one spirals down to the left, and then same with the other doors on the other side. So they kind of fan out into different directions going downward. As you move forward, you see a gnarled iron, like a throne made of twisted iron. And there's not a person sitting on the throne. There just seems to be a skull sitting on the cushion. You hear a jingle of bells, as a little kobold peeks his head out from behind the throne with like a jester's hat on, and he's holding like a stick with some jingle bells on it, and he goes and hides. Booyog leads you up to the throne and just sort of like gestures to bow, basically, as he bows to the skull that's on the throne as well. You guys hear a voice coming from the skull as its eyes sort of burn with each word. And it says, Daedrakai, Oladon, Madu, and what's wrong with the goblin? And Booyog is like, I tried to wake him up, sire. I'm sorry. I'm sure he'll be with us. And he, wake up! You're making me look bad. And the goblin kind of stirs and is just like, and he's like, I'm sure he'll be with us soon. And the Horned Lord is like, at last you have the opportunity to serve your Horned Lord. Though my powers were diminished by those wretched adventurers 15 years ago, I have at last sensed the location of one of the 6 remaining soul shards that they stole from me. One of the keys to restore me back to my glory. Marvin Glenfellow, a halfling rogue from the group who killed me, now rules as mayor of the halfling country of Glisterbrook. He has one of my soul shards, regarding it as a trophy of his glorious victory over me. I command you, my minions, to invade Glisterbrook and get that shard back. Capture or slaughter as many halflings as it takes to get you to Marvin. Then take the shard by any means necessary, avenge my death, and bring back that soul shard. And you hear cling from behind the throne, and the kobold peeks around, and he's like, maybe then you'll get farther ahead of your enemies, boss. And the Horned Lord's skull, which you notice is like the skull of a tiefling. It's got horns on it, but you figured that much. Horned Lord. You see the skull just like kind of open up, and it just goes, and the kobold just goes, and just wrinkles up into this gray husk and falls to the ground. This like smoke kind of drifts into the air and then flows into the nostrils of the skull as it just goes and just kind of glimmers one last time inside the skull. And then the skull says, "Bring me another jester, Booyog." And Booyog is like, "As you wish, sire." And he kind of gestures at another goblin henchman who's nearby, and he gestures at the jester. Another goblin henchman is nearby, and another goblin grabs a broom and just starts sweeping up the remains of the kobold, and takes off the jester hat, kind of shakes it off, puts it to the side, and then just sweeps the remains away. Booyog kind of goes up to you guys.
Fascination.
Is there anything that you say to the Horned Lord at this moment?
As you wish, master. Oh gosh, I'm gonna choke on my own saliva trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's not too late. You could just kind of go, oh, okay, now I feel like myself again.
We'll wait for that moment.
Okay. It has been 15 years, so... Anyway...
Daedrakai will bow and say basically the same, as you wish.
Alright. Do you say anything, Oladon?
It was then the Horned Lord realized every time he said, as you wish, he meant, I love you.
Yep, I should have realized that you being dressed up as the grandpa from The Princess Bride, that would come up at some point. Anyway, what did you say, Oladon?
Simply aim us at your target, my lord.
Booyog will tell you all the details. Now,
Everyone's to wear the skin of the other races.
Booyog kind of leans in. He's like, at the risk of angering the master further, come with me. I'll get your gear. And you follow him down that hallway to the side of the throne. You see 2 more doors, one on each side of the throne room. And these seem a little less cavernous, carved out of stone. These seem a little bit more, built like the rest of the tower. but they are staircases leading upward. And you follow him upward through that left door, up into what appears to be the treasury / armory. You see a sizable pile of coins, although this room is much bigger, so it seems like it probably carried a lot more, and this is just kind of what the existing henchmen have been able to pilfer over the past 15 years, and the adventurers probably took the rest. You see your familiar armor and weapons set up on little, dummies and stuff, and you're able to retrieve all of that. Oladon, you take your great axe, and you put on your chainmail, you load up your heavy crossbow. Daedrukai, what equipment do you take from the treasury?
To make a note here, Oladon has a true... No, he doesn't. He can't have a longbow, can he? Okay.
If you want that instead of your heavy crossbow, you can.
I'm sorry, I'm confusing things.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he... Yeah,
longbow...
sorry. I was confusing this with your other character. So, do you want Oladon to have a longbow instead of a heavy crossbow?
A longbow, yeah. Oladon carries a longbow and is primarily an archer, and he has 2 short bows. 2 short swords.
Okay, got it.
Right.
All right. So yeah, I was thinking of Rafa again. Okay. So yeah, you take your longbow, a big quiver of arrows, and do you have leather armor instead of chainmail now? Since you're going to be more of an archer. Okay. Put on your leather armors. They feel comfortable and familiar after all this time and this weird sort of uncertainty you have in this tower. Daedrukai, what equipment do you have? You see, like,
I'd grab my
thing.
Yeah, my robes and my staff, and any sort of basic. I don't know if there's any of the basic adventuring gear that I have.
So you get your staff. You put on a robe. You see your pauldrons that are kind of connected by 2 chains. You put that over your head, and then get those big pauldrons in place where they feel most familiar. And you see a few things scattered throughout the piles of treasure. Like there's just random clutter in here as well as treasure. If you guys want, you can kind of sift through the treasury to find more stuff. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Where might also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just say, where is my poison kit?
Booyog says, unfortunately, most of the tower has been plundered by the adventurers. This is all that we could get. You're free to root through the pile of treasure, and as time goes by, I'm sure that we'll be able to plunder more over time. But for now, this is all we have. So if you guys want to root through the treasury, you can roll a d12.
All right.
Kyle will look down at his robes and kind of dust them off and look at the goblin. Were these as tattered before?
He's like, well, it has been 15 years. I mean, my goblins and kobolds tried to keep the moths out, but what are you going to do?
I'll dig through the stuff. Roll a d12.
Roll a 2.
A 2. Okay. Oladon, you find a flask of oil.
I got a 4.
4?
4.
All right. Daedrukai, you find a mundane item of your choice. So if there's any one single thing of adventuring gear you want.
I found a crowbar.
Okay. So you find a crowbar, and it might be yours. You're not quite sure. It's a crowbar, So, okay.
All right, Freeman.
And what did you roll, Madhu?
7.
7. You find...
Apparently we're all...
I forgot to ask you, Madhu. What is your normal equipment that you got? Magical instrument?
Not much. I will probably find some leather that looks like old snakeskin. And then
Possibly made out of your own skin. Oh gosh.
But it's patch. No, if it's mine, that's the one that's patchworked and made out of the skin of several different races that have been leathered.
What is oil?
Yeah.
It's so.
So you find that leather.
Okay,
and
yeah.
then what weapons and do you have a musical instrument?
I eventually find a tantan, which is like a very long drum.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
So you find that.
And I put that on my back. I flip it upside down, and I put my rapier and dagger inside of it, which have a little felt tip on the end of it, so now it just sounds like da-dun, 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 as I'm walking along.
I'll be honest, I was hoping for either maracas, like a rattle, or...
Maracas are the other two that I use.
Okay. Or a snake charming flute or something.
I should have done that. That's a bright idea.
I like maracas though.
Yeah. You find
He's all dark and moody until he opens the maracas out, pulls the maracas.
I chose my instruments literally 10 seconds ago, so I did not think of that.
If you want to change, I'm totally fine.
I am going to change it to maracas because it's the same concept of me now as I'm running around. I'm gonna tie them so they're like a little tiny tail.
Okay.
There's a cord on the back of my leather that looks like an impromptu tail.
Okay.
Maracas out, everybody has to roll to see if they're stunned for 3 seconds or something around.
Like a horrifying version of an adult children's costume that has a stubby tail on the end. Okay. That is what I have.
And it just kind of goes each time you walk. Okay, Madhu, you find a mundane item of your choice as well. So, what would you
mundane item of my choice as well?
Yeah, any type of adventuring gear or, stuff like that.
I would not mind having a longbow, but prefer one that just looks really curvy.
Okay.
You see?
Not like the one way, but
kind of a serpentine. Okay. Yeah, under a there's a big pile of coins, and you're kind of rooting through, and under the coins you find a rug. You look under the rug, and there's a wooden gem-studded bow under there, and you're like, oh, it looks like somebody missed actually kind of a nice-looking treasure. So.
Okay, I will grab the bow, and then I will look under the bow to see if there's something better.
It's already good. It's
at that point.
It's already
I look under the stone floor.
That Overlord woke before Raha, because Raha would already be thinking, he's weak. I can take him.
Okay, so yeah, you guys find that you spend a little bit of time finding those, and
actually, question: is poison considered a mundane item?
Yeah,
I consider
it's basic poison.
Okay,
it can't be like
I would prefer some basic poison then.
But, okay, so instead of the bow, you find a vial of poison.
I feel like with all of our poison resistances and immunities and everything, that we're probably going to end up poisoning and killing that goblin at some point. Just accidentally.
I will say, I buff just one basic poison vial. I buff basic poison, okay? I think it's stupid that you have to make a Constitution saving throw every single time you hit. It just straight up does 1d4 poison damage with each hit. Because I think that's...
okay, so it's just going to straight up do a 1d4 when I apply it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Can we say I found 2 and I drank one of them?
Sure.
Okay.
This will do quite nicely as you take the other one that's the same type of...
Yep, that's the stuff!
You're supposed to coat... okay, never mind.
And then I'm going to gleek.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Filled up the reservoir. Yeah. Filled up the reservoir.
You see, you guys notice Booyog just kind of Okay, it's been plenty of time. I really think you ought to get going. And so he kind of ushers you out. You can look for more stuff later. And he ushers you down the hallway. And he's like, you go past the throne again. Booyah gives like a little bow as he passes him again to the other side, and you go up to another tower on the opposite side. And this one is cluttered, full of like bookshelves and stuff. Everything seems to be like really old and everything, but it seems like it's been cleaned up fairly recently. And you see a big runic circle painted on the ground. And Booyah is like, all right, I've taken it. Here's a bag of holding, and he gives you a bag of holding. I've taken the liberty to stuff that other goblin inside, and so he'll be able to crawl out whenever he wakes up.
I want the visual of when they did that. Just like.
Good thing it was the goblin that was asleep and not the dragonborn.
Who's he handing the bag of holding to?
He's just kind of offering it out to the three of you, whichever one of you wants to take it.
I'll grab it.
You will? Okay. So
I'm not responsible enough for this.
Oh, you won't grab it? Okay, who wants to take the bag of holding then? Yeah, he's just standing there like,
grab it.
Somebody.
I back up a step.
Nose goes. Okay, so hold it down. You take the bag of holding. He's like, feel free to plunder Glisterbrook to your heart's content. Fill the bag with treasure, and put the soul stone in there as well for safekeeping.
What
kind
of treasure?
Any treasure you want. Any treasure that you bring.
People count.
I go ahead and an ample amount of whatever pile there is into the bag. Without
you're doing
There's some aesthetic differences.
One man's trash. No. Don't even finish that.
There's an actual scatter of coins, right?
That was in the treasury. That was the other room. And he's like, no. You want to take treasure from the halflings and put it into the treasury. I know it's been about 15 years, but that's how the plundering thing works. You want it to be in that treasury, right?
I didn't think the skull had any use for it.
Oh, of course he does. We're hiring armies to defeat the realm. We're hiring, we're paying villains like you to, we're procuring equipment for you, that sort of thing. So the more that you plunder for the master, the more we all benefit. And he's like, I also want to send you this. And he gives you a little chip of obsidian with like a little red rune scribed on it. And he kind of holds this out to you guys. He's like, this is a sending stone. It only functions once per day, but if you get into a sticky situation, feel free to speak into it to me, and I will be able to talk to you. And he gestures over to a table where there's a cracked crystal ball on it. He's like, I can scry on you if needed as well, but I doubt you'll have any trouble with those pitiful halflings. Do you have any further questions before you go? Oh, by the way, Daedric, I seem to remember you used to have a pet imp. Here you go. And he pulls out another rune. This one, he's just like, you can use this in exchange in place of the material components to summon him if you wish before you leave.
Ah, fantastic.
I have a question.
Yes, Madhu.
My voice slightly changes between two different snaky types. I see some tick marks, X marks on some names on the wall. Were those previous minions?
Yes, that was an unfortunate thing that happened a couple of weeks ago, and we realized with that we weren't quite prepared for the task ahead. But now we have 4 of you, and I think that was our I won't say mistake, but yes. Unfortunately, a undead and a minotaur may have never returned from their task. So do better, or it'll be your heads. And is there?
I'll get our heads back.
And he just gestures to the circle of teleportation, and he just says, "I will send you there. Is there any other questions you have or anything you need? I might be able to help before you go."
I'm already in the teleporter and just like, huh?
Just waiting for it. All right, you stand on the runes. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask Booyog before you go?
What does this creature look like we're hunting for?
Halflings.
He's short.
They're short. They've got hairy feet. They love to party and eat and drink and be merry. So it shouldn't be hard to find them. All you have to do is I'll teleport you to a teleportation circle in a cave, and it's all you have to do is follow the path to Glisterbrook.
Sounds easy enough.
All right. Do you want to summon your imp, Daedric?
Sure.
Okay.
Does it take time or? I'll summon him.
Yeah, we'll say it takes like 1 minute this one time. Normally it takes 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it's 10.
So you just hold the rune.
Gold
you hold the rune, and it starts glowing with like this purple sphere around it that kind of goes. And after the minute finishes up, the rune shatters, and there's this little like sound as your imp Targup appears on your shoulder.
Why have you summoned me?
Oh, we need your aid. Come with us. What, Dustin? You're doing a worse voice.
This is just
no, it's what you said, not how you said it.
I thought that 15-year vacation.
You're doing a worse voice.
My voice is better.
Oh gosh, now it's starting to sound like Teen Girl Squad. Let's keep going.
The ugly one.
I actually need to change Targup to Team Girl Squad voice now.
I know.
I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Just as a quick note, I'm going to post now a map of Witherstone Tower, just so you guys can know. And that'll come into play a little bit after this. And then also a map of the realm.
Oh.
And
a map of the realm, huh?
Yes. So, that's taking a while. Oh, I should probably have made the size of that a little smaller. Oh, it's only like 6 megs. Okay. And okay, so that posted. So, you guys are in the middle of the realm at Witherstone Tower, surrounded by desert.
I'm real estate, man.
And you guys will teleport up north and then follow the path to Glisterbrook Hills. Okay, so if you guys have no further questions, you guys step onto the teleportation circle, and Booyog is like, "Good luck." And he starts chanting some magical words. The runes on the teleporter flare up, and then suddenly you guys feel this like jolt in your chest as if you're falling off of a great height, and you find yourself, you blink, and suddenly you're in a somewhat dark place, but sunlight is filtering through the roof. Seems to be a little grotto or a cave of some kind. You can hear birds singing outside, which is something none of you ever like to hear much. And just looking around.
Are there any birds nearby?
Not in the cave. As you look around, you see there's another teleportation circle under you. That seems to be like, some dirt is kicked over to kind of hide it, sort of thing. Booyog must have made this here earlier. And there's an exit to the cave that has like some sort of viney curtains covering it.
I will go through the bead curtains. I'm joking.
But they're basically that, except, vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. And as I slither on out, I'm just going to be, quote, stealthy about it.
Okay.
With disadvantage because of my maracas.
Oh, yeah. That's going to have disadvantage now. You peek out of the curtains and you see a pastoral countryside. You see green grass in every direction. The bright green kind of hurts your eyes. You see a field of sheep grazing nearby. and a path, down like a sort of a rocky outcropping from the cave, you see a pathway leading into the distance.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
No humans with bows. I'm joking.
No, but you do
I will-
see a village down the road.
Is that the village that we should go to?
You look at it and it doesn't look like a halfling village. It looks like a human village. It's got like the wooden buildings and like a palisade wall with sharpened logs kind of around it. But that is the path that Booyag told you to follow, so it just must be maybe past that village.
Okay.
Might be worth plundering along the way.
Right.
I will be up for it. It looks like a great spot for some new clothes.
Work our way to the other, or do we want to find our target first, and then anything else is a bonus? He's referring to murder, but slaughter.
I vote go to the village. What do you vote, Daedric?
That's my vote as well.
All right.
We will make
Doesn't
the
look like there's many riches to be had there, but possibly something.
You guys make your way down the outcropping onto the pathway and move away from the sheep towards the village and start walking. You see a little brook that acts kind of like as a moat for the village. Like the stream goes around the village, and as you guys get close to the village, you see that there are a few humans sort of walking along the walls, sort of patrolling, and as they see you approach, you see them kind of duck out of sight, and a drawbridge that was lowered over the stream just raises up as they see you.
Okay. Well, would it have been possible to like dash and beat the drawbridge the second we saw them go out of sight?
No, they see you from like 1,000 feet away or whatever. They just see these dark figures on the road, and they raise the drawbridge up.
Assume the drawbridge is the only way into the village.
That's what it looks like.
Well,
there's like a stream around the village, that sort of thing. But you could jump in the water and swim across, and then climb the palisade wall if you wanted.
you could take a walk, and I will try and swim. But no.
Go to the village and see if there's any access points.
This is why I hate traveling.
You
Respect.
also
Why did we-
pass a signpost.
To these walls.
What'd you say?
Why did we just walk up to these walls?
You see a signpost that points farther down the path, and it says Glisterbrook, and then a sign points to this village that you're at now and calls it Harpshire. And you see a couple of the humans kind of peeking over the wall, and they're just kind of scrutinizing you guys, like they can't believe that they are seeing these monstrous races just so close to their borders.
Aren't they dark? Isn't it dark out?
No, it's the middle of the day.
Oh, I'm not. I'm going to ground. I'm going back into the woods, and I'm going to lay someplace covered in leaves until nightfall.
There are no woods nearby. There's just
No.
there's just
Holy
like farm fields. There's those pastures.
It's pretty
around it.
barren in this area.
And,
Did you say?
I'm acutely aware that the DM does not want us to go here first, but I'm having fun with this.
I mean,
So I will
man,
now leave.
The more, if you want to level up, though, you're gonna have to kind of take a hook.
I'm going.
The
I will-
Overlord
I
is not
will-
gonna be pleased with you
I
if
will
you did
start
that.
going back. You said it was Harpshire?
Yes.
I'm going to erase a part of the H to make it Fartshire and then leave.
Okay.
I
you
see-
have to change the P too, but yeah.
Find the-
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
not inside until nightfall.
Harpshire, like the
Oh,
instrument.
oh.
So yeah, it's
I
a
thought
little
you said
harder
heart.
Yeah, no.
How long was the journey supposed to be from the tower to the Glisterbrook?
Not long. Like he said, it was he said probably like 20 or 30-minute walk just down the path. In fact, as you look down the path, you see some hills in the distance that with like some chimney smoke coming out of one of the hills. So your guess is it's not far.
So, like a creepy Wizard of Oz entourage, we will follow the winding brick road.
I'm looking for a place to go to ground.
Go to ground, meaning like to hide?
Haystack, yeah. I'm going to wait till night, where I have the advantage.
You just wander off and you like dive into a haystack and start hiding.
The only place to hide, really, I mean, this is a big open farming community. The only place to hide, really, is to be like back at that cave. Like with the teleportation circle, so.
I'm heading back to the cave.
Okay.
I mean, we're never going to accomplish our mission.
When he does that...
I mean, these are just halflings. Like, you would know that they're just these weak little...
I will just say to...
I don't think you would be afraid of them.
I will say to Oladon.
Oladon, we gotta at least check out the place.
We are just a red flag waving around saying, come and try to kill us. I would.
Yeah, then we kill a few halflings.
Yeah, and then we kill a few of them. Listen, first place, they didn't even want to come out and kill us. They're weak. They're there for something later. I really enjoy. Their skins just aren't worth it right now.
Skins.
This other place, they might welcome us with open arms. Like, you know, their weapons, open and armed.
I respectfully disagree with that, but...
I respectfully disagree.
The poison you've consumed has diluted you.
I'd like to think it made me more potent. Anyway.
I have the feeling that's just him.
What do you do, dead one?
Oh, sorry, poison burp. Always worse coming up.
You said, what do I do?
What do you do?
Like, what does he propose?
What exactly do you mean?
I'm trying to gather our assets.
My skill set?
Right, what's your skill
Well,
set?
I mean, he's got a bony butt, so probably nothing.
He has no tail, granted.
I have a thing for burning, poisoning.
Oh, I like poison.
Oh,
Gonna pull out a cup.
Gathered
Just
that you
give
do.
me a shot.
Those are all very worthy hobbies.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, sure.
just
Here, I'll cast corruption on him since
Okay.
he's wanting.
Okay, yes. Make a
Roll a Constitution saving throw, not for the. Well, I guess that's a poison effect, isn't it?
Yeah, but the other effect will.
Yeah. So.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw, Madhu.
I suggest these farmsteads.
I am not good at this.
And
You can figure out why. I might be immune to poison, but that doesn't mean I treat my body healthy. 14.
That meets the DC, so he saves it.
Okay.
So yeah, you feel this sort of burbling of poison inside your blood vessels for a moment, and it feels a little different. It's not like a sort of natural poison like you like. It's like a sort of darker poison.
You're exotic.
Yeah.
Like, so you're saying it's effervescent?
I can get used to this.
I don't know that I'm going to be casting that again.
You
At least not on that weird.
No, I apologize.
All right.
We'll also cast
I
demon
went
armor.
into Gurgi voice. Anyways, keep going.
All right. You cast demon armor, and the image of a shield appears above your head and goes
A demonic shield.
for a second, and then disappears.
You know,
Okay.
if Aaron doesn't show up in time and things go badly, I vote that we take the goblin out of the bag and chuck it out at them and run.
That's a good plan.
think halflings are going to be like dogs, or they're just going to be like, okay, good. We have what we
Yes,
wanted.
that's exactly what I expect.
Like a horde of a goblin.
Okay, so you guys discuss things a little bit. What do you end up deciding?
I would like to go to the place to figure it out first, rather than wait till
I agree.
All right.
But let's keep our distance. We don't.
Oh yeah.
Hard.
Sure.
In plain as day sight on the plain road, I will lay down and then slither along.
On your belly somehow. Okay, Oladon, I'm going to give you
Like
one...
a kid that's too lazy to get up.
Okay, Oladon, I'm giving you 1 coward point for your hesitance, just so you know. I'm keeping track of a couple of
What's a
things.
coward point?
You'll find out.
no.
You have 1 coward point. Okay, you guys move along the road. You don't get too close.
There's only
to
detrimental points in this game.
You don't get too close to the village walls, and so they kind of look at you warily. You see a couple of them with short bows, like, but you guys just keep on your way, and so they just kind of like relax a little bit. And then one of them looks over
How
the
far
side
away are they?
and kind of asks, like,
Face
to
here?
the other, and they're like looking over at the sign to see what change you made, and they can't.
All right.
Just like,
I think I could take one out from here.
all right. So you guys move your
Should
way.
have done Sharkshire. Dang it.
So 13 plus. Let
Oh,
me see here.
whoa! What's going on? Hold on. What are you doing?
He's
Wait, what?
shooting at him.
Okay.
Cow, will you? What did I do with my? Dang! I've been playing with stuff here, and now I've lost my sheet. Here it is. Acrobatics. Yeah, I'm just shooting one off. I'm off the wall.
Okay. Go
Plus
make your attack roll.
So that's 20.
20. Okay. Yeah. You shoot your crossbow or longbow at one of
Longbow.
the humans, right?
Right? Get down.
Okay. The arrow sticks in one of the villagers, and all of their heads go under the wall for a second. And one of them kind of stands up, and he's just like, "You guys are the Horned Lord's minions, aren't you? You were defeated all those years ago, and you've come back. I knew it. Get out of here!" and-
Oh,
Lord and Savior, the Horn Lord?
Oh, let's shoot this guy.
No, you don't have. This is his turn in initiative, so you don't have. You're loading another arrow at this point. He's just like, if you know what's right for you, you stay away from Opshire. And plus, those halflings are freaking thieves, just so you know. And then he ducks his head under the wall.
Halflings?
Oh, good.
So nobody will mind when we steal their skins.
I think that's probably.
Are you yelling that
I
back
guess.
to them or just saying that to us?
I'm just saying that to you guys.
I mean, you could use a pair too, right?
Looking at your bony form.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm fond of this skin.
You guys. Make your way-
Just like a little bit hanging off of your arm.
It's only patchy.
Push it back in place.
Okay. I'll take
You, like,
away your,
lick it?
I'll take away your coward point for that, Oladon. Although it was a little cowardly to wait till you're out of, that far of range, but at least you're picking fights and stuff. Okay, you go down the road towards Glisterbrook, and you see a bunch of big hills in the distance, basically. And you go down a path that's kind of on the side of one of the hills. You see another sign that says, "Welcome to Glisterbrook," with like an exclamation point and everything. And you keep going along, and you see kind of a log arch.
I'm gonna change the sign
As-
to say blister hook.
Okay, you take the time to do that. And you go down the path, and you see kind of a bend in the path, and there's a big log archway, and there's like those little, what are they called? They're those little flags, that they string for like festivals and stuff, those little triangle flags.
Oh, yeah.
They have a word, but I can't think of them. Party flags, I'll call them for now. Anyway, those are strung from the arch, and you hear the sounds of merrymaking from beyond the arch. You hear just happy cheering and singing and laughing, and the smell of apple pie and roast meats meets you from around this corner.
Everything but the burning flesh makes me hate life. Is that bacon? Oh, that's bacon. Oh, that's some good bacon.
Yeah, you smell a lot of delicious.
I hate them.
You guys gonna
Okay.
go forward, or
What do you guys think?
gone ahead, or
Do
what
we
are you doing?
stealth forward, or do we like wait till nightfall now? So where we're at, is there a good spot to hide now that we've gone so far up the road, or is it still just like empty farmland? Looking at the map, it looks like there's a forest nearby.
The map is pretty zoomed out. That forest is like you can see the forest in the distance. It's past the village, several miles in that direction. Like you'd have to kind of go through the village of Glisterbrook to get to that forest and stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, you're hidden like right now. Like you're in like kind of just a little, like a little bend in the road between two hills. I mean, somebody might come down this pathway, but
Is there any halfling that looks distinctly more authoritative than other halflings?
If you're going to peek ahead, I need you to make a stealth check.
I'll do that. With disadvantage because of my maracas.
I'll say with the sounds of laughter and singing, you don't have to
Oh,
worry
it might.
about that.
What about with advantage because I might be in tune?
I'll say just a straight roll.
Straight roll.
They don't have maracas. They have like violins and stuff. So
23 then.
okay, you slither around the edge and peek your Yuan-Ti head over the edge, and you see halflings dancing. They're like holding hands, dancing in a circle around a maypole, and the halflings are like twisting ribbons around it. You see tables laden with food and wine. And you see a stage up off to the left where two musicians are playing the fiddle, and all of the halflings are just dancing and laughing together. None of them notice you. Go ahead and make a perception check if you want to look. Let's see if you can pick out the mayor, the target.
12.
12. You look around. All the halflings seem to be pretty much the same, although there is an awning, like a little canopy for shade over off to the right side of the clearing, next to an exceptionally big hill with like several chimneys and windows into it. And there are a few more halflings over there, but they're kind of in the shadows, so you're not quite sure if you can see him. But maybe he's over there.
Is a 17 stealth with invisibility enough for my imp to be perfectly fine wandering around with?
You made that check with advantage, right?
I didn't.
Go ahead and roll again, because when you're invisible, you have advantage on stealth checks. So.
I disadvantage because of idiocy.
Not that you need it, but just letting you know.
Yeah, that's 5 higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
5 higher. Wow, so 22?
Yeah, your Targup disappears and flutters in there, and yeah, nobody sees him.
And y'all don't think all of us have like night vision, right?
I don't know.
I can through Targup.
Some sort of infravision or night vision.
I don't think Daedric Kai does.
Yeah, like I said, I can through Targup. It's not ideal, but
You don't like playing
if I
from
have
third
to
person?
see. Not preferred.
So do y'all want to plan, or y'all want to just kill him?
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to kill them all. I'm
Have
sure
to
we'll
plan
kill
while
some.
you kill them.
Well, we definitely need to at least kill the mayor.
I like to make my work as easy as possible.
I'm looking for the best skin right now. Please don't mind me.
And I'll go slither back.
I'm just gonna squat down, supporting weight on my bow, unstrung bow, while I wait for him to pick a target.
While they're deliberating on what to do, I would like to see if there are any gnomes that are any halflings that are being flirtatious and trying to like escape the crowd to like go off be by themselves for a romantic evening.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay.
It's not evening, but I know what you mean.
While he's circle around to one of the slopes and just come up the back side so I'm not exposed to view. and maybe just enough that I can see over and into their village.
Okay, go ahead and
17.
make a stealth check.
Wait.
Make a stealth check, Oladon. And how much did you roll there, Madhu?
17.
Yeah, you see a halfling couple who's this seems like they just finished second breakfast or first brunch or something.
Jeez.
And you see them just like laughing and giggling with each other, and you see them like holding hands, and they run off into the like basically into the hill kind of behind the one that you're on. That you're behind.
Like an alligator looking over the party table, I sink into the darkness of the swamp.
I like that Madhu has gone off on his scouting, and Oladon is over hiding, and Daedric is looking through Targup's eyes, just standing there blind and not doing anything.
So Targup's eyes suddenly turn like bright green, which is the color of Targup's eyes, and then Targup's eyes turn into Daedric's eyes as he looks around. So you're doing some scouting with Targup?
Yeah, hanging out with Madhu through Targup.
Okay, if Madhu follows me, then you're going to see me start... I don't know, would he have noticed the same target as me?
I don't know if he was focusing on that. Like, you were specifically looking for that or whatever.
Yeah.
You can kind of nudge Targup and be like, or whatever.
Well,
I don't know that he knows the Targup's there.
Oh, that's
Targup
he's invisible.
What are we looking for?
Does he say this to me?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Suddenly you hear a voice, what are we looking for?
Another pair. And then I slither through the cracks, and I'm like, I found my target. Come with us. And then I found our inn. So I'm going to follow after those two individuals, and hopefully he follows me either with the imp or otherwise.
Yeah, I'll have to cut off the
Otherwise, this is going to be a short campaign.
to start following over that direction with Daedric. And I don't know if I passed by Oladon on the way.
And what did you roll on stealth earlier, Oladon?
Well, my range on that is 160 to 600 yards. If I understand.
You have an amazing range of stealth.
I was asking about your stealth roll, Oladon. Stealth first.
I don't know if I'm having to tippy toe at that range. 14 plus whatever adjustment I have for stealth. Let me see.
Is that with disadvantage? Oh, wait, no. Oh, that's the other guy. Never mind. Ignore that.
Okay, 14, you start kind of creeping, or are you trying to hide, or...
How much? 16 you said?
17 on
17.
Oh, okay.
He has a +3.
Okay, good. Okay. Are you hiding or creeping up ahead with Daedric and...
I guess I'll follow my team.
Okay, so you guys kind of crawl
Daedric is
through
not
the
like
tall
trying to be
grass.
stealthy. He's just walking.
Oh, okay. So if you just wander into view, like, then they'll see you. You're fine with that? Like, you're just like, I'm just gonna follow or whatever? Okay, so yeah, you guys are sneaking, like, super, like, through the tall grass, and then Daedric just wades through it, just, like, completely in view and everything. You see one of the musicians notice you, Daedric, and one of the halflings, and he's just like, hey, we've got newcomers! Hey, come dance with us, you! Come on, don't be shy, come dance with us, join in the celebration!
Daedric kind of like,
Yeah, you!
me?
You there, with the fancy robes, come on down!
I assume they can't see me very well from here.
You're like, am I hiding? Like, am I stealthy? What is going on? But yeah, you see that they're all looking at you now, and you see a bunch of the halflings like, come join us! And a few of them are like walking forward with like their arms open to drag you into the dances and stuff.
I'm thinking like the scene in Megamind, and back, savages!
Oh, yeah.
But no, I'd probably just. I don't know if the other two have noticed.
You guys freeze
just
in the grass, and you look up and you see Daedric just in full view, just kind of like me, like looking around, and all the halflings are just like, "Come join us."
One of those awkward moments where you're in the crowd and the spotlight goes on your friend sitting next to you, and you're just like,
So, do we proceed, or should we continue on the path to wherever it was we were? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Me neither.
I said, don't talk to me, you'll draw attention.
At this point,
That is plenty of attention drawn.
The halflings reach you, Dejakai. They don't notice your friends hiding in the grass, but they just come and they try to grab your hands and like pull you into the festival.
How many of them are there?
Do they pull his hands off?
No, he's got some muscle and skin. It's just very old and rotted. So anyway, 3 of them come up. Like all of the halflings are just like, come on, drink some wine, eat some food and stuff. But 3 of them are a little more bold and they're like, oh, he needs some encouragement. Let's give him some encouragement. Come up and like try to grab your hands and pull you into the festival.
Yeah. If I have time, while he's being dragged away,
Yeah, go ahead.
can I slither and find that couple?
They kind of look up and they're a fair distance away. Like it wouldn't be a quick thing. Like they ran away to be alone, and you.
I really wanted to use my words of terror to make one extremely afraid of the other one to run away, and then when he's depressed, kill him, and then steal his skin to sneak into the party. How dare you deny me? Okay, we'll keep going with this then. I will not pursue them. It was Daedrikai's fault, not the DM's. Okay.
Well, they haven't seen you yet. I mean, Daedrikai isn't in any. It doesn't seem like he's in any danger. They just want him to dance.
Is it only one that came up then? How many came up and grabbed Daedrikai?
3 halflings in like brightly colored clothing. They come up and they try to pull Daedrikai into the party.
I am going to roll a wisdom saving throw to resist skinning them.
Okay.
That is an 8. So when they come up to grab him, like, you know that scene in shows where it shows them there and they're like, ah! And then there's this slow shadow that appears behind them? Yeah, that's what happens. And then stab!
Okay. Okay, you can do this with advantage. They don't see you.
Yeah. Definitely do it with advantage. And on the first one, I will strike with my rapier. Advantage. I will definitely need that. That is a 21 to hit. Okay. And then I will dump a bardic inspiration so I can use my abilities here. And so they'll take an additional 2d6 of psychic damage on top of my 1d6 sneak attack. So,
do you want to wait and see what happens before you use your bardic inspiration?
Okay, sure. I'll at least do the 1d6.
Okay, so Daedrikai, well, yeah, go ahead and roll that. Roll damage first, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. Do. Okay, that should be 9 points of damage.
Okay, so Daedrikai, 3 halflings are like, come on, come join us, and one of them goes, ah! And just falls into the tall grass and doesn't make noise. And the other 2 don't
dragged away into the tall grass.
They're just like, like one just goes, ah! Just disappears. And that easily killed them. These are halflings, so.
I'd like to pull my hand out of them pulling on my hand, and then cast like a minor illusion to make it seem like they're holding my hand.
Okay.
Or like my hand fell off. I just want to see what they do.
Okay.
Well, can I throw one that's running away?
Nobody's running away. They're just dragging Daedrikai into the dance and stuff. But yeah, you kind of jerk your hand out, and one of the halflings looks down at the hand and then looks over at you. And do you make it look like there's a stump or something like that? Like,
yeah, if I can.
Yeah, sure. And he's just like, wait, what are you? Are you a zombie? And the other
they're really
kind of
quite clueless.
They're just like,
Thriller!
And then I'll pull my hand out away from the illusion and be like, ta-da!
Oh, you're a magician. Come do some tricks for us then.
How can we lose to these guys?
Do you let yourself be led into the party then, or?
They seem like idiots. Sure.
They're halflings. Okay, you get, you guys just watch Dejikai as they pull him into the party, and they're just like, hey, this guy's a magician, he's gonna do tricks for us, and they're all just like, yay! What are you doing during
Before they get too
as you're flaying a halfling, apparently?
Well, I realized I needed to be a strength-based character if I wanted to Python this guy, but,
Did one of them run away? Did one of them run away?
I will, there's a snake in the grass, I will continue to find my next piece of prey. So here's a question. I got the one. Can I stealth up and get another one as they're returning with him, where another one just goes, whoop, onto the tall grass?
So one of them just like a rapier right through the heart, just and fell into the grass, and you dragged him away. And then at that point, the other two take Dejikai out of the tall grass into the party. So the other two are out of reach.
So I couldn't get the next one.
But there are plenty at the party, and plenty in the. There are two up there on a grassy knoll in like a little. Trees together now.
I will examine my catch and then go, too ugly, and then leave it in the grass and go keep moving on, and look for my next opportunity. As is there a way from the tall grass to like get to one of the party tables where somebody might be seen there lonesome with the juice, trying to look all like, hey girls, check me out?
It's not a club. It's like a community party, and so there's nobody trying to.
Come on, there has to be one introvert that really doesn't know what he's doing off to the side.
No, they all seem to be just really happy and loving to be
I
together.
hate this community. We must murder them all.
There are some tables of food, but they're all out in the open. Like they're not near the tall grass at all. They're all by the homes and stuff that people are dancing by and stuff.
I guess I just have to wait to see what they do with our undead friend.
Is there a larger house anywhere?
Yes, there's a large halfling hill just over on the opposite side of this clearing. It looks a lot bigger than all the other homes. It's got several chimneys and windows burrowed into it and everything. And that's kind of over where the awning is, where there are some more halflings that you can't see very clearly.
Well, as long as everybody's doing their own thing and somebody wants to dance, I'm going to circle around and attempt to get to the large pavilion and house from the backside.
Okay, the big.
I don't have to stealth. I'm going to go.
It's right in the middle of everything, so you would have to go out in the open to go up that way.
Is there a bull skull decorating the pavilion?
No. It seems a little morbid. They wouldn't decorate There's just ribbons and flags.
Specifically a minotaur skull?
No, nothing like that.
I mean, they could be Mexican, or just something that way, and have like,
painted, like a...
like a painted, what is that called? Like a Day of the Dead kind of thing.
Nope,
those are pretty cool. So, okay. These must be Italian halfling.
As Dejikai is brought into the middle of the festival, a circle of halflings circle around you, Dejikai, and they're just smiling and dancing around you. As
I'll join in dancing and kind of do some air guitar and some.
Yes.
Start jumping up and down in the same kind of motion the whole time. Okay.
Yeah.
Just dancing and stuff. They're just like, what amazing dance moves you bring. You must tell us all about yourself. And then suddenly, you hear a voice echo out across the clearing that says, wait a minute! And suddenly the musicians stop playing and they look up. You look over, Dejikai, at what you thought was like a big beanbag chair, and the beanbag chair shuffles forward, and it is a massive halfling, like 8 times bigger than any other halfling here. Massive. And it just like shuffles. You see this big, scrunched up, just fat face with a teeny crown on his head, like a little novelty crown as like, like honorary mayor or whatever. And you see his vest and clothes have been like tailored and retailored over and over again as they've stretched. He's just like this big ball of just fat. And he looks up and sneers at you, and he's just like, "This is no magician. This is one of the Horde Lord's minions come to fight me again. Get me out of here!" And you see a few of the halflings close to him like start rolling him towards the big hill, and he's just like, "Kill him!" And all the halflings realize what has happened, and they all start screaming and running away, except for a few of the bodyguards of Marvin Glenfellow, who apparently is not a rogue anymore.
Well,
Major Kyle sigh and party's over, I guess.
Okay, let's take a little break from
you
there.
You went to an alliance camp and started dancing in the middle of it, and then slowly dawned on everybody that you were a horde.
A bunch of gnomes dancing. Okay, we're going to take a break there real quick because I have to go to the bathroom, and then we'll have everybody roll initiative. In fact, if you guys want to roll initiative now so we can get right into it, be right back. If you guys want to let me know your initiatives as well.
Oh, initiative.
8.
All right.
I keep thinking I'm a rogue because I kind of geared that way, but I'm a bard.
22.
22, wow. Alright.
I'm such a charlatan.
The halflings rolled lower than you, Madhu.
Uh-oh.
My dude?
I'll be
My
back.
dude, Madhu. On the bright side, because of the way I did this character, it's really straightforward for combat.
Alrighty. We're good here. Oh, I'm sad, Aaron.
I took no offensive cantrip because as a Yuan-Ti, I get one cantrip that is poison spray, which will still use my charisma saving throw as a bard.
Nice.
So it's better than my vicious mockery option.
Is that when you gleek?
Yep, that's why I brought up the gleeking earlier is for poison spray.
Alright, Oladon, you are up first. You are still hiding in the tall grass to the south of the clearing. Dejikai is in the middle of the clearing, about 40 feet away. And then the Marvin is fleeing another 40 feet after that. So the clearing's about 80 feet square. And yeah, it's just kind of surrounded by these halfling hovels. What do you do, Oladon? You're currently hidden. Nobody sees you.
I don't know if he...
Scott,
Scott?
What's that?
it's your turn in the initiative.
Okay, I'll lob 2 arrows.
All right, the first one is with advantage because you are hitting.
Range,
And
medium range.
who are you
I rolled
shooting?
How many enemies are there?
14 and 20.
So there are halfling citizens all over the place, just running for their lives. You see 4. You see 4 halfling like bodyguards that are kind of trying to cover Marvin's escape, and
I'm
they
shooting.
seem to be urging forth some geese that are charging towards you as well. Some guard geese.
If I can hit Marvin, I hit Marvin, but otherwise I'm hitting the guards.
Okay, you can hit Marvin if you want to. He's
Oh,
within
okay.
range, since it's a longbow.
I mean, if you can hit the broadside of a barn.
He does not have great
Well,
AC.
I'm going to go ahead and surge and do 3 then.
Okay. Go ahead.
14 and 20.
14 and 20.
For the hits.
20, 20. I rolled 3. I got 6, 12, 12, and they're plus 8.
How do you have 3 attacks?
Surge.
So that's 2 attacks.
Do I get 2 attacks with surge?
No, just 1.
No, you get one. You get your attack. You get your attack action again.
Do fighters
But
get
we're
extra
only-
attacks at earlier level?
I think they
No, we all get it at level 5.
So
I
it
thought
would
the
just be 2, right?
2 arrows.
So anyway, okay, so 2 arrows, both of them hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Wait, how did he do? Wait, so what are you
Just did
wondering
two
about? So you shot with your longbow, right, as your attack action?
And I thought with the longbow you shoot twice.
No.
Am I correct?
No.
No, just
Okay.
1 attack.
No.
All right. Longbow. So 7, 7. 14 points of damage.
All right.
Who are you shooting at?
Marvin.
He's shooting Marvin. So as they're rolling this big
You're not helping.
halfling away, 2 arrows just go and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, sire." And he's just like,
No, rolling in a circle because he keeps hitting the arrow.
Is there a weird like?
No, he's not full of air. He's full of fat.
I mean, whether blood or something else. I was just wondering if it shot
blood
out for a moment.
Blood is coming out of it and stuff. But you see now that the halflings are like, "Sorry, sire, should I take it out? I really don't want to roll onto it. I feel like that would hurt." He's like, "Just get me out of here." All right, so that's all done. And then where do you want to move? Out of the tall grass?
Me?
Yeah, where do you want to move with your movement?
As long as I can see him, I'm going to shoot from here.
Okay, so you're just staying there. Okay, got it. It is the musician's turn. One of the musicians disappears. You're not sure where he went. The other one, he's like, "Hey, I see you over there, Dragonborn. Don't be shooting at my lord." And then he starts playing the violin a little bit like off tune, and it's just enough to start distracting you. Oladon, make a charisma saving throw.
So there's bards, there's attack geese, and then there's 4 guards.
Yes.
And then Marvin with his 2 guards that are rolling away.
Yes.
I rolled a 9.
9. That's a failure. You have disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws this turn. And that is the musician's bonus action. And he's going to cast Healing Word. Oh wait, that's a bonus action. You can't do both of those. He's going to cast. He's going to be like, "And you undead man, can't we all just get along?" And he's going to play a little ditty as well. Make a wisdom saving throw, Daedric Eye. Probably with advantage because it's clearly combat.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, you recognize he's trying to charm you with his words. Doesn't work at all. and he sees that it doesn't work, and he's like, like his smile kind of goes from like warm to like, and that's the musician's turn. Daedrikai, you're up.
So can I just tell Targup to do not like taking actions, but just like tell him to follow the mayor just in case he gets away, and continue with my turn as normal? Because I'd like him to just kind of stay on the mayor, invisible.
I'm pretty sure
just in case
that he is. I'm pretty sure you don't have to use your action to tell him to do general things.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I just want to double check.
What's his flying speed?
I want to say it was 40 feet.
Okay, then he can make it. So he zips along away from the tall grass, over the clearing over your head, and basically is staying with Marvin as much as he can so that he can follow him.
Are there still any villagers around me or anything?
Yeah, they haven't gotten a chance to like run away yet, so they're all just like screaming, just like, "Run for your lives! It's just like last time."
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast Shatter then. So, however many are within, 10 feet around me?
So there are 4
I think it's
bodyguards that are kind of to the north of you, about
Or
30 feet away. And
centered on a point that I realize they're centered on a sphere that's within 60 feet. I assume, is the mayor within 60 feet?
yeah, he's 40 feet away from you.
So I'll cast it centered on him, so everybody within 10 feet of him makes a Constitution saving.
Okay, that'll be all of the, let's see. That'll be 2 of his bodyguards and 2 of the geese. So Constitution save?
Yeah.
And him, of course. So he rolls a 12.
So that'll fail.
The guard geese roll a 13 and a 15.
So 15 saves, 13 fails.
Okay. And the bodyguards roll 13 and 15.
Okay, so yeah, getting 13 saves, 14 fails, or 13 fails, 15 saves.
Alright.
So the saves are half damage, and the non-saves are full damage, and it's 13 damage.
13 total? Okay, so
Yep.
6 and 13. Okay. So one of the geese's heads explodes. The other one is just like, ah, and like its feathers get super ruffled. One of the halfling bodyguards' heads explodes. As there's just falls to the ground. And the other one lives, but he's now supporting all of Marvin's weight, and he's just like, oh! Help,
Does he get crushed?
No, not yet. But he's just like, help, I need help. And Marvin himself takes full damage, which was what, 13 again? 13?
13.
Okay. That is, what do you want to do for movement? You're right in the center of a 80-foot diameter clearing. There's hills kind of around the north, and then the south is the tall grass and the pathway out, where Muddy was hiding.
I mean, is there any sort of cover at all? Well, do any of them even seem to have, like, arrows or anything that I'm in danger of ranged attack?
The bodyguards seem to be holding wooden clubs and slings. And you've heard of, like, the skill of halflings with slings, so that might be dangerous.
So, is there any, like, tables or anything that I can just stand by to offer partial cover or something?
Yeah, you could, like, duck behind a table.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And there's also the musician to your northwest, who's on top of the stage. Okay. So you go over and duck behind a table, kind of opposite from the bodyguards. Now
Goose is behind the table.
Yeah.
Now it is the guard geese's turn. The 3 remaining geese rush forward. Let's see. I guess Daedrikai's the only one that they can reach, and one of them can't reach you. So 2 of them, the one that you shook with your shatter is just like it just goes for you. So it's gonna attack with its beak.
Ooh, you're gonna get a good flogging.
Ooh, that's 23 to hit with its beak.
Yeah.
And a 8 to hit with its talons.
No, that'll know.
All right.
Geese.
So you take
Like 'em.
you take 6 points of piercing damage as it pecks you with its beak, and then the next geese gets advantage because that's pack tactics. Natural 1 and a 9, so still misses with its peck, and then the claws. That's a 19 to hit. So
Yeah, that'll hit.
its talons, you take 6 points of slashing damage as it just flaps up into your face and like starts clawing at you. You never realize that even though they're webbed feet, they still have little bony claws in them. Just and that's the other ones. The other one has to dash to get around you, and so that's its turn. But now there are 3 geese just like piled. Like one of them's on top of the table, like flapping around at you. The other 2 are around you, just pecking and stuff. Looks like Daedricai's in trouble, you guys. At this point,
It looks fine. There's no meat for them to peck off. They'll get bored and then move on.
the commoners use their turn to just dash, and they all just run into their houses and slam the doors shut and lock them. Not all of them, of course. Like a few of them, manage to, they're still rushing or whatever. But most of them rush away into their houses. Madhu, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to snake my way over to Daedricai.
He is 40 feet away from you.
Oh, is he? Well, I'll go up to 30 feet, and then I will gleek onto one of the nearest goose. Is there one that's more damaged than the other that I can reach?
What's the range on
10 feet.
Remove.
10 feet?
So if I can move 30, then 10 feet after that,
Yeah,
right?
you can just.
You said 40.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can just barely.
Impressive range on that space.
Yeah. That's a con save, yes.
19. So it's flapping around
Stupid
a bunch and it misses. It lands in like.
This is
one
the
of
whole reason. Oh, I'm an idiot! I forget I have other spells! Can I retcon that?
Sure,
It's okay, I did.
Go ahead.
Thank.
But I'll keep the same saving throw result.
Well, I'm gonna cast Bane on all 3 geese then.
Okay. Charisma save?
Yep.
Oh, that's a minus on there because they're geese. So 16 on the save for that one goose. Is that still safe?
He saves.
Okay, the
DC
other
is
one
13.
Is a 2 and a 14. So what's the DC again?
Okay, so 13, so
Yeah, I'll write that down.
2 of them are affected,
What's
the
your
one is
save,
not, right?
Daedricai?
What?
What's your save? DC?
What's your save for spells?
14.
Okay, I'll move
Okay.
that to make it faster. Okay, so 2 of the geese are baned. How does this manifest? It's like some.
Oh gosh, I
Beat on
didn't
your
think about
drum,
this.
or-
I maraca them.
So you just gotta.
So I start shaking the maraca, just waggling my butt, and the maracas are just super distracting. And so now that when they're fighting, they keep on looking back because they're being warned.
Okay, so they have a minus 1d4 on all their attack rolls and
Yes.
ability checks, I think. Basically the opposite of bless. Okay, so that is your turn, Madhu. Now it is the bodyguards' turns. They're gonna rush towards you guys. Let's see. There's
Yep.
one of
I
them
don't
has to bow out and help the other one roll Marvin into the house. So he's.
I not get my turn that time.
What'd you say?
I don't think I got my turn that time.
The round hasn't ended yet. These are last in the round.
Okay.
2 of them look over at you, Oladon, and they start swinging their slings around and try to peg you with some stones. First one is natural 1. It's like
Range.
smacks himself in the face
Right,
with a sling.
range.
The other one is a 14 to hit.
to hit me.
14 probably doesn't hit, right, Uladon?
Well, I don't think they have the range to hit me, do they?
80 feet. It's just within range.
I'm at medium range, which is like 160, if I'm not
You're
mistaken.
not 160 feet away. The clearing is only 80 feet in diameter. So they just moved a little bit ahead and you're in the tall grass. I just realized, though, they're halflings, so they would re-roll that one. Still doesn't hit. So he doesn't hit himself in the face. But yeah, 2 sling stones just go and just barely miss you, Uladon. And the other 2 are going to rush up to Maru. Madu, sorry. Maru is easier to say.
Madu, my dude.
But they have to dash to get to you. So you have 1 bodyguard next to you because one of them had to bow out to go help Marvin. So the other 2 managed to roll Marvin to the door.
My head will
of this
turn.
hall. And then they're just like, suck it in, my lord! And he's like, and then you just see him just push through the door into the hall, and they shut the doors, and they just get their clubs ready to defend the doorway. Okay, Uladon, it's your turn now. Top of the next round.
Okay. If I can't shoot him, I guess I'll just drop a couple at these sling guys, or drop one of the sling guys.
Okay.
I'm going to re-add it because I'm not going to do everything I was going to do when I was shooting the boss.
Oh, we should probably name these halflings so you can pick one out. What do you name, Daedric? What do you name the one that you didn't kill with Shatter? Like you saved on the Constitution save.
Gary.
Alright. So there's Gary, who's already wounded, Uladon, and then there's 2 other ones. Well, 3.
Just when the guys that shot me immediately had priority. So
Okay.
It's 11 points of damage.
What did you roll to hit?
I rolled a 12 plus 8
Okay.
is 20.
11 damage, you say?
Yes.
Okay, your arrow sticks the halfling right in the face. You just... that killed him. So that one's down. That's your action. Anything else? Still staying where you are?
Yeah, as long as I can shoot them, I'm just going to shoot them.
All right.
Till I'm arrows.
It is the musician's turn. He's going to... he's going to start playing his violin and sing, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, scary dragonborn." And how many hit points do you have, Uladon?
32.
You suddenly hear that beautiful music, and your eyes start to flutter, and you fall down onto the grass, asleep and snoring. So you are now asleep. And the musician's kind of like, yes, and just keeps playing the pretty music. Okay, Daedric, you're up.
How far away is the musician from me?
He's about 45 feet at this point, because he moved away from him to hide behind
And
the table.
is he kind of by himself, or is he by the other guards and stuff?
He's off to the other side. The guards are off to the left, or the right. He's off to the left, on a stage.
Okay. So Daedric will draw with his staff a circle around him, and a green flame will emit, and kind of a portal to hell, and he'll just kind of drop through, use demonic circle, and teleport 30 feet towards the musician.
Okay, so you fall through the ground, and then a portal appears above the ground, and you land onto the grass 30 feet towards him.
Yep.
So now he's 15 feet away.
And then I'll walk up to him.
Alright, you
Yeah,
climb
my
up on the stage,
movement
and then just stride over to him with your staff.
Yeah, I'm not going to be running at him. I'm just going to be casually walking over to him.
Okay, so that was your bonus action.
Was that a bonus?
Yep, so you can still do a cantrip.
Oh, it is.
Yep, you can do a
Yep.
cantrip.
Oh, boy.
Or, yeah.
Then I'll shadow bolt him as well.
Alright.
Oh.
Roll to attack. So your hands start charging, just...
That's a 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits. The shadow bolt hits him in the face.
And 13 damage.
13 force damage. Okay.
I'll do that kind of as I'm walking towards
Yeah,
him.
just... okay, so are you going to be like right next to him?
Ugh.
Yeah, I want to get up next to him.
Okay, so you cast it so you don't have disadvantage since it's a ranged attack, and then you move just up right next to him. Okay. And the geese are just attacking like each other for a moment, and then they're just like kind of looking around, just like not knowing like what happened to the person and the happening is like, hey, he's over there, get him. And okay, that's Dejikai's turn. It's the guard geese's turn now. That one that he shattered is really mad, so it's going to just like fly up towards
Actually,
Kai.
I just realized, awesome, by the way, that I forgot that I only have 2 spell slots as a warlock. So I don't actually want to be up next to that guy. I'll still walk a little bit closer to him, but maybe be like 5 feet away.
Got it. Okay, so it's the guard geese. That one that you half shattered just flies up over to you, and it has to dash to get up to you, and so it's just right next to you, just getting ready to attack. The other 2, they're gonna rush up to the snaky fellow since it's close by as well. So the other 2 geese are gonna rush up to you. And make first one's gonna attack normal, second one with advantage. 9 and 8,
Miss.
and then the other one has advantage
Miss.
because of pack tactics. Natural 1, 11,
Miss.
and a 13.
13 hits. Are we doing glancing?
Yeah. All those classic
Okay.
rules of mine. Okay, so he does manage to hit you with his claw, thanks to the other geese attacking and stuff, and you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Reduced to 3?
That is a glancing blow. So yes, 3 damage. So it just manages to scratch your skin a little bit. That's the guard geese. Madhu, you're up.
I hiss at it.
There are 2 guard geese and 2 halfling bodyguards with clubs, just getting ready to...
Was that with the D4 on them?
It was not. I will roll on that last one. Oh, that wouldn't have hit either way because it was...
Yeah, it's glancing,
glancing
right?
blow, so yeah, never mind. So yeah, it tries and it almost scratches you, but it just is so distracted by that maraca, it just...
The rattle happens right then.
Yeah, it's just like... Ah!
It gets louder.
Yeah, so yeah, thanks for reminding me of that.
Okay. Noted. I will leave them alone for the moment. There's 2 halflings near me, though, right?
2 halflings are closing in with clubs. 2 geese are next
I
to
will...
you. No one else of your friends are in sight.
Since I do not have my cunning action yet, because I'm not level 2, I can't take, steady aim, can I? So... I have no allies near me, and I can't get away?
Well, Daedricai's over by the stage, and you look back and Oladon is asleep, soundly asleep, in the tall grass.
No, traitors! You abandoned me! Alright, I will just have to do the best I can, which is not great. I'm just going to action disengage and run over to... slither over to Daedricai.
Okay.
Which I'll still be 5 feet away from, because I was 10 feet away from him before.
Well, he went diagonal up to the stage, and so you can make it to him pretty easily.
Okay.
You want to go up on the stage where he is? He's up on.
Yes, I want to go right next to him.
Okay. So
And I
movement and action.
run into him like a panicked lizard. And it's like, you left me.
Why did you leave me?
Yeah, that's about it because I don't have any good bonus actions that I can do right now.
All right. You didn't have cunning action, right? Oh yeah, that's what you mentioned, huh?
Yeah,
So
if I did,
you
that would have gone very differently.
You push past the halflings and you just rush up there and you're just like, why did you leave me? But now it's the halfling's turn. They're going to rush up onto the stage, and each of them is going to attack you once with their clubs. So one of them, the one for Daedric, that's 11 to hit. The other one hits Madhu with a critical hit. So, luckily it's a club, so it only deals an extra 4 damage. And he rolled a 1, so 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it smacks you just like right in the face, Madhu. Like you just like turn around and just, or I guess in the stomach since they're halflings. So I just, boom, just bashed you in the stomach with a club. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. The other one misses you, Daedric. You knock away with your staff. And then the other one is, he was going to shoot a sling stone at Oladon, but he sees that he's asleep now. It'll probably wake him up, so he's going to shoot Daedric. So, that is a natural 18, which I assume hits. So that is 3 points of bludgeoning damage. A little stone just, boom! You're just like, ah. You see the halfling over covering Marvin's retreat, and that is the end of the round. So Oladon is asleep soundly. Musician's turn. He's going to. He was going to do Thunderwave, but his friends are too close now. So instead, he's just like, now you see me, now you don't. And then he disappears. And you hear footsteps just off the stage. And the other halflings are just like, yeah, get out of here, Larry. You're all we have if this goes south. We're gonna need some cheer later on. And that's his turn. Just went invisible and ran away. Daedric,
So there's 2 of them next to us. Are they both within range of me? Like we're standing next to each other and they're both standing there, or I have a hard time imagining where we're at.
You're on the stage. One halfling's next to you. Madhu is 5 feet away from you, and one's next to him.
Okay. I'll cast Corruption on the one next to me. So he needs to make a Constitution saving.
All right. Ooh, he rolled high. 18.
Yeah, that'll save.
So he turns green for a moment, and then he's just like, black magic.
Yeah, and I don't think it doesn't do anything on the save.
Yeah, most cantrips don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to move with him standing there. So.
All right. The guard geese are.
Can I shout at Oladon and wake up? It's not sleep time.
Make a. No, normally you have to either damage them or use an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. But I'll say you can.
I'm too far away to do anything. So.
Yeah.
Oh, please let that never happen to Thorin.
Yeah, I know. Or just like, well, just finish the battle without him. Or you could deal damage to them, so you could, you know. So yeah, you yell and you're just like, wake up, it's not sleeping time! And he's just like, just asleep. Okay, it's the guard geese's turn. 2 attacks on Daedric.
It's D4 on that one, or
This is the
which
first one
one
that does not have a D4, but he doesn't have advantage either because he doesn't. The other ones aren't there yet with pack tactics. So he hits once with his beak with a natural 17 for 3 points of piercing damage. And the other one has advantage, but Bane. So 17 minus 2, so 15 to hit you, Daedric.
That's glancing.
Okay, glancing blow with the claw, which is 3 more points of slashing damage. Or sorry, 4. 4, so reduced to 2. And then the last goose attacks Madhu. With a 18 and a 15. Madhu, does a 15 hit?
15? Yeah, 13 is my armor class.
Okay, so 2 hits. First one is...
Is this the other geese?
Yeah, this is the other goose that's attacking you. Oh,
It's
wait,
the
yeah,
D4?
Bane, you're right, thank you. Okay, so the 18 is reduced to 15, and the 15 is reduced to 13. So it changed it to a glance, right?
Yeah, yep.
Alright, so you take 7 points of piercing damage from the peck. And
That's reduced to 3? The
No,
peck was the
that's not
glancing?
That's not the glance. The glance is the claws, which would only do 3 damage, so you do 1. So you take 1 point of slashing damage.
Wow, why couldn't it have been the other way around? Let me roll 2 con saves.
On the beak.
Let me roll 2 constitution saves. 14, lucky. I don't know why I choose concentration spells when I have a +0 to my concentration. And a 13.
So you're good.
So I maintain. Yeah, I maintain for the moment.
Good. You're still shaking your maracas.
Yeah.
All right, Madhu, it's your turn. 1 halfling and 1 goose.
I think what I will do is there a creature that is threatened by Daedric?
Yes, he has 2 geese and a halfling on him.
Are we like right next to each other, or did he move away from me again?
No,
Okay.
he didn't move. You're 5 feet away from him. Like there's a
Okay.
space in between you, and then you're fighting your own.
I will pull out my dagger. Which goose looks the least wounded?
2 of them are completely unwounded, and then the one that was attacking Daedric, what do you want to name it, Daedric? The one that was
Mother.
Shattered.
Mother, yeah, sure.
Okay, Mother Goose. No, just Mother. So Mother is damaged, the other 2 are not.
I'm gonna attack one of. No, I should attack Mother, and then I will attack the other goose. So I'm gonna pull up my rapier, pull up my dagger, and then rapier Mother.
Okay.
Sounds a bit rude.
Yep. I'm a terrible child. Okay. Pack tactic this 11. Eek.
It hits. No, sorry, I was looking at something else. It misses.
Yeah.
Flaps away and then you miss.
And then I will dagger Mother then. Not much better. 12.
Still misses.
Well, we're dead. I've got like 10 hit points left.
Hey, you're doing better than me.
I'm fine.
So yeah, he's just having a nice
We'll
nap.
see.
Okay, so that is Madhu's turn. It's the halflings' turns.
Yep.
Each one is going to make an attack on each of you. That that is a 3 and a natural 1. Oh wait, he gets to reroll because he's a halfling. Nope, still is missed. 7 plus... Yeah, that's 11. Okay, so both of them start trying to hit you with clubs, but you manage to fend them off with your weapons for now. And Oladon sleeps for the second round. The musician is nowhere to be seen, so he's basically out of the battle. Daedric, you're up.
So, I don't have any reasonable way to wake Oladon up, so I apologize for this, but I'm going to Eldritch Blast him. Or Shadow.
Okay, disadvantage.
Hopefully that's enough force to...
Alright, disadvantage because he is prone and you have enemies next to you, so it's a smaller target.
Well, I got a 19 and a natural 20, so...
Okay, so you're just like, wake up, and then you shoot the
So,
shadow bolt. It
25.
it weaves in between the enemies and just directly hits them, so go ahead and roll damage.
So I guess I'm kind of glad that it was a disadvantage so I didn't crit on him.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Gosh.
And 8 damage.
Okay, you take a rude awakening, Oladon, as you take 8 points of force damage, and suddenly wake up and realize you've been sleeping on the grassy floor of this halfling festival. And you look up, and your friends are up on the stage, like, "We can use some help up here, Oladon." So you're awake now. Anything else, Daedric? Is that your turn?
All aggro! Grab tank! Need heals!
Well, let's see. I've got...
Where's the freaking bird?
Yeah. I've got 2 geese and a halfling on me.
The other bard.
Yeah, the musician's gone. You don't know where he went. He's disappeared.
No, I mean, if I move, I probably die, so...
So you just stay there and keep blocking with your staff and stuff. Okay. It's the geese's turn. Roll for Mother first. They have advantage. Doesn't even need it, though. That's a 22. See if he crits. Rolled a 19, so it's a little higher, but no. So it's 1 hit with the peck. 1 hit with the claws. That hits.
Ooh, that's not good.
Right.
That's on Daedric. The other one attacks as well. And it misses with both of its attacks. And then the one on... I'll just roll all the damage together. So the one on Madu is natural 1 and natural 2, but they have pack tactics. And there is still 1 halfling ally next to it. So that's a 17 with the claw attack. So Daedric, you take 2 hits, I think.
Which one's the baned one?
Hmm?
Which one's the baned one?
Oh, good point. So that is... I mean, it's still pretty high, but I'll roll anyway.
I'm gonna name that Duck. Okay.
What are you
Still
name it?
19. I was gonna name it Duck.
Okay, so Duck attacks you for 4 points of slashing damage. And then the one on Daedric, it's 3 points of piercing for the peck, and 4 points.
Sorry, my headphones were bugging out. How much damage?
You take 3 points of piercing damage from the beak, and then 4 points of slashing from the claws.
Yeah, I'm down.
Goose just jumps on his chest and starts like pecking him. He's just like, ah! Ugh, and just falls down onto the stage, unconscious.
Got his clavicle bone in its mouth, is just going.
Just like pecking him. And Madu, it's up to you. There is Mother, Duck, another goose, and 2 halflings next to you.
I need you the other one. I need the other one to be called Duck too, so you could go Duck, Duck.
Goose.
Mother.
Good point.
Mother Goose.
Duck, Mother.
Alright. This is not good. So there's 3 goose near me and 2 halflings near me, right?
Yes.
And then my companion who is down.
Yes. And so you see the other halfling kind of turn around, getting ready to beat you into submission next and leave the geese to their work on the undead.
I'm debating to abandon him or to help him. Well, let me ask this: as the Hornlord's minions, how much do we care about our fellow coworkers?
Not much.
Probably not much. You're just there to do the Hornlord's bidding.
I will disengage action and run away.
Alright, are you running for the gate? Like, running out?
Yes, I am running.
Alright, so you run...
I'm running.
You run off the stage 30 feet, so you're basically in the middle of the clearing again, running for the gateway, so you're about halfway there. And it's the halflings' turn, so they are going to... they're just going to pull out slings and each take a shot at you as you're trying to run away. Natural 3, so that misses. Next one is a natural 16. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as a sling stone hits you in the back of the shoulder. Yep.
Okay.
And that is their turn, I think. Yeah. Okay, Oladon, you are awake now and prone on the ground. You see your fellow colleagues, not friends, colleagues. You see Madu just like slithering madly away as he's wounded and the halflings are slinging at him.
Yeah, I'll take a knee and start shooting arrows.
Alright, who are you going to shoot? There's 2 halflings.
I was expecting you to propose when you said took a knee, but...
So there's 2 halflings and 3 geese.
Okay.
Who seems the biggest threat to my remaining companions?
Remaining companions?
Halflings.
I mean, he's dead.
The halflings,
but he's not dead.
The halflings are slinging stones at Matu as he's running away. So
I'll put an arrow in one of them.
All right.
There's also goose. Attack geese.
I rolled a 19, but I'm using my fire rune, which gives me double proficiency.
The range is fine, so you don't have to worry about the range. Yeah, that hits.
And I'm going to do Fiery Shackles, which is 19 points of damage.
Okay. You hit him with the arrow, and the arrow kills him, and then these fiery shackles wrap around him and just crush his body. He was already dead.
Like a crystal twitcher.
Yep. So I won't make you use that up since he was already dead, but for effect, it's kind of cool.
Thanks.
With that, the other halfling watches his friend die, and he's just like, "Oh, we gotta get out of here. They're too powerful, and the big one's awake." And so he starts trying to shoo the geese away and run himself to safety.
Ooh, do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, you're nowhere close to them. Daedrikai needs to make a death saving throw. Should I roll those for the fun of it?
I mean, does he?
He has advantage on them because he's a retainer.
Yeah, I'll make it real.
Go ahead. Which means twice is likely to wake up with 1 hit point, which is actually kind of a cool ability.
Now I got a 16.
Alright, so you're fine for now. The guard geese, the halfling tries to shoo them away, and he's just like, "Come on, get out of here! Get out, get back!" And they start honking and flying up into the air over the hills, basically. They use their turn to dash. And Madu, it's up to you.
I am gonna dash action away.
Okay, so you run away from the halfling, who's dashing away from you, and you get to the entrance next to Oladon. Alright, it's the halfling's turns. The remaining halfling just dashes as fast as he can to the big halfling hole and opens the door and rushes inside.
Does this count as a short rest?
Yes, because short rests only take 5 minutes, so you guys are free to take a short rest right now. Daedrikai, you wake up after the battle as you are not in a dangerous position anymore. So you can...
Well, as they run away, I just walk into the village and drag him out to lay with us.
Okay, so yeah, you drag him off the stage. There are halfling bodies and goose feathers all over the place. Looks like...
I collect any arrows that are handy.
What'd you say?
I collect any of my arrows that are handy.
Okay. Yep, you managed to... Let's see.
Do you come to with 1 hit point when you finish your saving throws on death saves, or do you just have 0 hit points?
In this case, I'm just saying that if you survive the battle, you wake up with 1 hit point. So normally you are stable, quote unquote, for like 1d4 hours, and then you wake up. But I'm saying you're up with 1 hit point.
And then we're taking a short rest.
Yep. So go ahead and take a short rest. You get your spell slots back, and you can roll as many hit dice as you want. Probably all of them. But yeah, go ahead and take your short rest, as you have decimated pretty much all of Marvin's forces.
Decimated? We're the ones that got decimated.
I mean, Oladon's fine.
We killed a few.
You
As long
killed
as we're
6
just...
of them.
Which ones did we kill?
You killed 4 geese. No, killed 3 geese and 3 halflings. Basically, if 6 of any of them dropped, they would retreat. So you got them to... So the geese are gone. They're too valuable for them to, like, let them die,
I didn't recall the other geese getting taken out, because I was like, we still had 3 geese. There was duck, goose, or mother.
Yeah, those are the 3
I exploded a few of them to begin with.
Yeah, those are the 3 geese that survived.
I forgot about that.
And the remaining halfling was like, "You're too valuable. Go away!" And they flew over the hills and stuff.
With a short rest, do I only gain 1 of my 2 pack slots?
No,
short rest, you gain all of your spells back.
Short rest on D&D Beyond.
Oh wait, no, because of the
rules that you had in here.
Rule with you.
With long rests, you get half your spell slots back, so warlocks don't have to worry.
So a long rest, I only get 1 slot?
Basically, you're not affected by that as a warlock. A wizard would be that sort of thing.
Basically, it's most beneficial to warlocks and a couple other classes that benefit from that. But yeah,
right,
but it's just a short rest that we're taking, right? Specifically a short rest, so I don't get any spell slots back.
Unless you want to wait an hour, you can take a long rest instead.
No,
because it looks like everything is in. That's okay. It looks like everything is pretty much in lockdown, so you guys could take a long rest if you wanted to. And seeing as how you're gonna have to, hunt down Marvin in that hill with whatever defenses he makes. Can take a long rest if you want, but be warned that means Marvin can take a long rest as well.
Did
I mean, other than him,
Targup managed to get in there with him?
Yes, Targup is inside the hill. So as you're resting, you can look through his eyes and see what he sees if you want.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so yeah, you kind of sit down, put your arm back into its socket, kind of just like wrap it on, tape it on with bandages, and just kind of sit there and rest, and your eyes go bright green. You see him inside a big sort of like living room or salon of some kind. There's like some couches, a merrily burning fireplace, just some chairs, and like a table with some tea, like a teapot on it and stuff. And then there are 4 doors, like 1 at each corner. And one of them you recognize as like the front door, because there's like light coming through it. And there's some chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. You see a minotaur skeleton set up in the corner and sort of held together with wires. And yeah, what the heck, painted Day of the Dead style with festive colors on it. It's a nice decoration. It has like some flowers hanging from
that is how you purify. That is how you purify the Hornlord's minions so they can't come back.
You make them not want to come back with such humiliating circumstances.
It comes back with his skin, it just goes through.
And Targup, can you mentally communicate with Targup too? Can he talk to you?
I believe, but not. It depends on the distance.
He's not far. he's like a couple hundred.
It's within 100 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably fine. This is a big hill, but like, if you kind of get close to it a little bit, then Targup is just like, they went through the they went through the opposite door. Kind of stuck in here. You guys okay out there?
Yeah, we're alive. More or less.
I mean,
In a manner of speaking.
dang. I had no idea they were gonna run at that point. If they did, maybe I should have just gone for broke and stabbed another. But oh well.
I mean, they all ran inside the Grand Hill, so you'll still have a chance.
Well, I have a flask.
Actually, there's only 3 halflings left, and then the 3 guard geese left. So
During the course of the short rest, you will notice that there is a giant lump elongating my body.
What?
You eating
one
a
of the-
halfling.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you just engulfed one of the halflings.
Do you want me to? Do you want to set the front door on fire while we rest? We can watch the fire while we rest.
So should we take a long rest?
Anything
I don't
that-
exactly need it. With my hit dice rolling all of them, I'm back to full. So
Yeah, me too.
I thought when they put me to sleep,
I'll
it
tell
was.
you the only downside of a long rest is that Marvin will be able to get a long rest as well.
well, I mean, we only shot him with 2 arrows and nothing else, so I don't really
hit him
think
with
that's
shatter.
worth it. Oh, you hit him with shatter?
Yes.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't really need a long rest. I only used 1 spell slot. You got all of your spell slots back from short rest.
I mildly agree with Oladon as far as setting the door on fire, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe smoke them out.
Yeah, while we got it on fire, we can look for any vents and block them. Smoke's got to come out somewhere.
Pick up some of the dead halfling bodies and shove them in the chimney.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out some questionable poisonous materials
We can collect
and
some
consume them
crazy.
in the form of casting Cure Wounds on myself.
Casting that on other players might be hazardous to them.
I don't care about them.
Is there any shops nearby that
I thought you were
maybe a potion shop or something we could go in and
I thought it might be, but when I added it up, I forgot how much lower it was, and so I wasn't at full yet.
I am. There are lots of homes here, halfling homes. They're all locked and everything.
I'm gonna light
Maybe
those homes
one's
on
a
fire.
shop, you're not sure. They all just look like big grassy hills with round doors in them.
I'm going to. Is there torches around from the party and stuff that way?
No, because it's in the daytime. So they don't really have tiki torches out. Those were for the night festival.
let's just go into one of the villagers' homes and see if we can find some flint or something. I'll walk over to one of the doors. This one seems fine. I'm sure the door will be locked, but I'll just try to open it like it is.
Yeah, it's locked.
You do the whole.
They were probably cooking. If it was a celebration, there was probably already a fire going.
There, were they cooking anything anymore?
And whatnot.
There's lots of food and wine around. Do you guys want to eat some while you're taking a rest?
No, I don't really do that.
I don't really like food. What about you guys? Want to try
maybe.
the wine?
I would like to. No, I do not want to try the wine. Why would I do that? I got poison for myself.
Can I shadow bolt this random villager's house door and see if I can get it to open?
Does Eldritch Blast ask you.
I'm going to cast.
Objects.
I'm going to cast the spell Knock to open the doors.
Okay, which the one that Dejikai's doing, or the
Yeah.
grand?
Choose an object that you can see within range. The object can be a door, a box, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I know how. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So, just which one do you want to open? Just the.
The one that he's going for.
Okay, yeah. There's like a loud sound, and the door just opens up right for you, Deidrekai.
So I'll just
Minions of the Horn Lord, open up!
Ah! You see a halfling.
We have reason to believe that you have rebuilt.
Try to shut the door, but Deidrekai is just holding it open. And the halfling's like, "Oh, please don't kill me. I'll do whatever."
Do you have any flint or anything we could start a fire with? Maybe if we find some, we won't burn your house down. I think that's a reasonable deal.
He kind of laughs at that, and then realizes you're not laughing with him. He's like, "Oh, you're serious?
Is there just the one halfling in
Oh,
there?
yes, quite serious.
Oh, I mean, they're hills. They're not like those weird human houses that are made of wood and burnt. It's fine. Yeah, I can go use some flint or.
Is there just the one that's inside there?
Yeah, but he's like, honey, can you bring our fire starter, please? She's like, okay.
To be fair, we're not looking to necessarily burn you alive. Just smoke the house, and you'd probably die from smoke inhalation.
But then you would taste delicious.
Yeah.
That's true. But I don't eat people.
Here you go.
Or anything.
He gives you a tinder box. You can add that to your inventory now.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, I guess.
And then,
He tries to shut the door.
I want to shadow bolt it.
it. Okay.
No, I'm going to shadow bolt him. I told him I wouldn't burn the house down.
Alright, I'm giving you an evil point for that. Danger guy has 1 evil point. He's a commoner, so it's easy enough. He's just like, just dies.
And then, if
there
the
more
wife or
in there?
whoever else was in there
Honey,
looks at me strongly or anything. Well, I said I wouldn't burn your house down. I didn't say anything about killing him in other means.
No.
Anyways, have a nice day.
No, Finn, please.
When she's there, while she's there, I'm gonna look down at him. You gonna eat that?
she drags his corpse in and slams the door shut.
I'll take that as a yes. And I walk off with my lower half elongated right now.
Oh, just like patting it, like, oh, delicious.
You gonna eat that?
You hear a voice from one of the hills, a halfling, and he's just like, the bull roarer will stop you, you know. He'll be here any minute, and he'll stop you and send you back to the hells that you guys came from.
The who?
The bull roarer. He was off on an adventure, but he'll be back soon, and then you'll all be sorry.
Yeah, we better kill the mayor quickly then.
See 2 halfling eyes just poking out of the hill.
So, what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna start trying to light a fire on the or light the door on fire. Gather up some dry grass and stuff on the. I assume the doors are wood.
Some good smoky.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of the attack geese that were shattered earlier and spigot them over the door.
Yeah, I did you the favor of defeathering that one for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be real
mostly.
good.
The shatter? It does all the picking for you.
All right,
Yep.
you light the
In this
door
case,
on
it does.
fire.
Yeah.
It starts smoking, and
I'm gonna look around for any vents.
yeah, you look up at the top of the hill, and a little extra smoke starts coming out of the chimney. There's already smoke coming out of it, though.
Now, let's shove some of these dead halflings in the chimney and try and stuff it up.
All right. You do notice that there are, like, as you climb the hill, I guess, you notice that there's a chimney here, which seems to be right above the room that Targup is in. But there's another half of the hill that has several more chimneys. And so, judging on what Targup's description is, it seems like maybe the other half of the room is the other half of the hill is a separate room. So you could.
Can I pause for a moment?
Room, but as far as Targup is concerned, there's nobody in this half of the hill. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there smoke coming out of the other chimneys?
And delicious smells of cooking meats. So you're guessing maybe that side's a kitchen or something?
It's okay. We got more than one halfling. Of course. And we got time.
Did you?
Depending on
say something?
what that adventure is coming.
Or something?
We'll just mosey back another halfling and drop it on a vent.
All right, a meaty smell starts coming out of it.
And then,
maybe this isn't going to work.
after we get all the vents, no, it's not going to work. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start collecting picnic furniture and stuff and drop it on feed the fire. Hello?
Okay, so long story short, if we try to smoke him out, he has too many chimneys.
Fine.
So it seems unlikely that this will work.
You're smoking out the front half of the hill where Targup is, but he said they went through a door into another half. So
Yeah.
that one,
Okay, is Targeth dying from smoke inhalation?
No, he likes it. He's an imp. He's like,
Okay.
fresh smoke.
Yeah.
That's like rubbing his pits.
Maybe if the door's been burning a little bit, maybe it'll be weaker and I can shadow bolt it.
If you do plug all the chimneys, it might work. It's just, there seems to be... I mean, maybe the halfling's bluffing, but...
We're gonna need more bodies.
...is coming for you, so.
What? 7 bodies? Minus any that have been 8?
Alright, is the door even locked? It's locked, right?
You didn't check.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
It opens just fine.
Oh.
Targup
I
is
step
in there,
inside.
Hey. Sorry, I keep
Okay,
voice.
I'm gonna go up to the next big door. Which door?
Alright, you go into
Did
the room.
Natrikai even tell us this? That what his imp saw?
Assume? Maybe.
He's frozen to me.
He's on mute currently, but I'll tell you in a second. Anyway, we'll just say that, yeah. But either way, as you open it up, you look and you see like just a nice living area sort of thing. It's smokier in here now, but you see a fireplace, a minotaur skeleton, and three doors. One across from you, and then one on each side that are smaller. They look like closets.
Okay. Okay. Gosh. So I'll check the smaller closets first.
Okay.
Well, we always
Are they locked?
procedure.
I'm just gonna go around and check all the doors to see if they're locked. Actually,
The door directly in front of you is locked. The ones on the sides are unlocked, and you open them up, and one of them has It has a big, heavy treasure box in it and 2 lock boxes. All of those are locked.
okay.
The other side is a closet that has like some poultices. Basically they're minor healing potions, like 1d4 plus 1 healing, you know. But it's just so it's basically some tiny healing potions. They're just like medicine. And then lots of wine bottles. And there's a nice golden toad, like a little golden toad paperweight in there. With like emeralds for eyes. Looks like it might be worth something. Some treasure worth plundering.
Golden toad paperweight, and what else? So the chest wasn't locked.
They are. The boxes are all locked. The other storage room has a bunch of wine, some healing poultices, and then a golden toad paperweight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the chests and I'm gonna pull up my thieves' tools, and I'd like to try and open one of the chests, or at least unlock it. I would also like to check it for traps if I could.
All right. Might as well check for traps first. Do investigation.
Okay. Investigation. 7.
Yeah, it doesn't look like.
Looks like a normal box. What's this string attached?
Yeah, you're fine. There's no traps, so you keep going. You go on ahead and unlock them. Go ahead and make your thieves' tools check.
22 for the thieves' tools. I rolled a 19.
Chink. The chest is open.
Just one, or did I manage to open all of them? Like
the other ones.
Okay. How many are there?
There are 2 lock boxes and the treasure box. So the treasure box is open, and the 2 lock boxes are locked.
That's a natural 20 on this next one.
Click.
I would prefer that for Marvin. And then a 14, 18 on... Yeah, 18 on the last one.
You're just like, click, 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 and they're all unlocked. Do you want to open them now?
Yes, and I hope there's poison gas.
No, the halflings don't have poison gas. They just have locks. And so you open the treasure chest, and it looks like it contains 1,000 gold pieces.
Total? Between all 3 of them?
No, in the treasure chest, it's just a bunch of coins. You open a lockbox, and the lockboxes are much smaller. And one of them...
Would you say there was a few potions of healing or something?
Yeah, they're poultices, so they just do 1d4 plus 1 hit points. So just a little bit of healing, but... yeah.
They're in the other room.
Yeah, they're in the other closet.
And how many of them are there?
There are 6 of them.
Okay.
And
you said
Can we just add, can we just add, like, a potion of healing each and consider that 2 poultices?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you just, like, get an empty vial you had, and then pour it both into it. You have 2 poultices and 1.
If you wanna just hold on to 4 of them, so just grab 2 of them. I don't actually need that. I got spells that I'm only gonna use on myself.
Okay, so anyway, one of the lockboxes, they're about this big, and they each have a cushion inside, and one of them has this beautiful ivory horn with like golden filigree on it, and it sparkles a little bit with magic. Like it's like a cornucopia sort of form.
Okay, so there was one box that had 1,000 gold in it, right?
Plenty. Huh? Yeah.
Oh. And the next box had a golden filigreed what? Horn?
Yeah, like a cornucopia type horn. And then the last one has a golden ring on it that also seems to sparkle with magic.
I will cast Detect Magic if I can. As a ritual.
Okay, I'll say that.
I didn't take Identify because I'm dumb.
That's okay. Booyah can identify stuff if you want. You detect magic, and they are both magical. The Horn of Plenty has conjuration magic, and the other one has illusion magic on it. The golden.
I will put the golden ring on my finger.
Okay, you put it on. Nothing happens.
Stupid storybooks lie to me. Anyways.
Nice. It's a nice polished golden ring.
Yep. And then I will take the horn and then eventually go and stuff that in the bag of holding that we have been given.
As you pick up the horn, you notice that it has something sloshing around inside of it. It smells very appetizing.
Like poison?
Yeah, like poisonous honey. That's what it smells like to you.
I'm gonna dip a finger inside. I'm questioning if this is actual poison or not.
You dip your finger inside it. It is some type of nectar inside the horn. It tastes really appetizing. Like it's to you.
I don't taste
like
it.
Honey and okay, you just dip your finger in it.
Yeah, I was checking to see if it tingled, like if it was burning from a poison.
It's not
but
acid,
when I
so
okay,
it doesn't burn. But it smells
kind of
very
an allergic
appetizing.
reaction kind of thing. Okay, so it smells pleasant, and I realize that that is not my cup of tea. So I continue to put it inside the bag of holding.
Do you empty the treasure chest into it as well?
Yeah. Well, I just added 1,000 gold to my inventory.
Okay, so yeah, you just dump it all into the bag of holding, and everything is safely inside it.
All right, let's open this door and get this guy.
Right.
Well, did we get a peek?
I'm gonna go up to the big door. Is it locked?
Yes,
You
it
said
is.
so.
Yep, this one's locked.
I'm gonna cast knocked.
All right. The sound of like police pounding on a door fills the room. Just
The horn lair! There's a horn lair!
Open up.
Marvin, we know you're in there! Overlord,
you'll never do
come quietly and we will only murder your hometown!
As opposed to what?
Horse rainer!
The door opens up and a blast of heat kind of reaches you as you something hot is inside this room. And you look inside and there's a wall with like some some big kegs of beer. Well, big for halflings, they're about normal size. And a bunch of hot air comes out. And you hear, "If you've come for me, then come get me."
Okay.
Let's be done.
Noted
Can we
that.
see in the room?
Nope, there's a wall in front of, as if it's like opens into a hallway that goes into two directions inside the room.
We'll send Targ up in.
Alright, Targup flies inside and gives you kind of a mental image of flying into it, and then he goes around the wall, and then he flies into a really massive kitchen. You see he sees cauldrons of stew along the sides of the room, the smell of roast meat and vegetables. There's some like balconies along the sides of the walls, and you see a bunch of halflings with chef hats, like cooking and stuff. And he sees some sort of creature, like there are grills in the floor, and there's some sort of creatures walking around in the fire under the grills on the floor. It's like swelteringly hot. You see a couple of halflings in chef hats with chef knives, and they're just like waiting for you guys to come in now that they heard the door open. And then you see Marvin, and he's just sitting, just rolled back on his back, just like eating a chicken leg, just like getting gravy all over his shirt, just like.
Are they all fairly close to each other?
There are like the chefs are like in the middle of the room, and Marvin's just in the back of the room, just kicking back, and there's like just eating while he waits for you guys.
Okay, so I'll let the others know that what I see in there.
Okay. I am going to sneak slither inside, and I will not shake my booty with the maracas.
Are you sneaking in, like peering around the edge, or?
Yes, like the weird kid that just rubs himself against the wall the entire way.
Make a stealth check then, if you're trying to peer in.
I'd like to. I mean, knowing the layout of the room, is there a way that I would be able to get close enough where they wouldn't be able to see me, but I'd still be able to cast shatter into the room where it would possibly still hit them?
Technically, you could cast it as long as you could see through your familiar's eyes.
Actually, let me check the wording on that spell, because that might work that way.
On shatter or something familiar?
Well, if it's within range and all it says is, let's see, it says erupts from a point of your choice within range.
So you don't even have to see it, you just have to know of a point of your choice.
So you could hit either both of the chefs or Marvin with that spell. Or one of the halflings that are walking around up on the balcony, but they just seem to be like cooking and stuff. And yeah, there's a few other halflings in there, just sort of commoners. And
the reason why you could only hit Marvin is because there's no good way to hit more than that.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like he's kind of more than 10 feet away from the chefs, and he's just eating, and he's just like, "Bring me another pie!" And another halfling's like, "Yes, my lord," and he brings him another pie, and he just eats it like a burger, just. He's just eating while he waits for you. He's fine.
I don't know. I might hold off on the shatter, and I mean,
you should just shatter the pie.
Yeah. Our last scenario, as Madhu is in there stealthily walking in, I'm just going to casually kind of stroll up to where I can hopefully see somebody without being, hi, can you guys stop talking, please? Casually stroll up where I can be like able to see anybody, but without walking in where I'm going to get stabbed by a... Okay, I don't know. I have a hard time with the theater of the mind stuff, understanding the way.
So you go through the door, and there's just a wall in front of you. Like the setup of the room is basically like this. Let me show you here. This is like the setup of the room. Yeah. So you come in through the door. There's just a wall there with like some barrels stacked around it, so you could go around either side and see, Marvin way up there in the back, and then the chefs are kind of in the middle of the room, ready to
Okay, so the chefs are like on either side of those walls?
I mean, they're just in the middle of the room on the other side of that wall, if that's what you mean.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe I'll just walk into the side and toss a shadow bolt as soon as I'm with him.
Okay, so you power it up, and then you walk around the corner, and who are you going to attack? One of the chefs or the...
Yeah, I mean, Marvin doesn't seem like a threat.
Alright, so... Alright. So go ahead and everybody roll initiative. This is a surprise attack, though.
No.
Actually... Yeah, because you, prepared it or whatever.
I have a question. I rolled a stealth 18. How far would I have gotten before this happened?
With 18, you could, peer around the corner, before Daedrikai did this. Do you want to do something before he attacks?
Well, I was hoping to sneak up on one of them and stab them if I could, but...
they're in the middle of the room, so they'd see you, rushing up, basically.
You'd have had to have been, invisible.
Yeah.
What? Even if they laid on the ground?
Yeah, I mean, they would see you
and
slithered
between the chairs. Slithered between the chairs.
There's no chairs.
I mean, maybe if you slither around on the opposite side of where I am.
I mean, it is
now that I've initiated.
Yeah, you could surprise them pretty easily. It is lightly obscured in here from smoke, but you can't just hide right in front of them. It's more you could hide for ranged attacks pretty easily.
It's not going to be subtle slithering anywhere in here.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so go ahead and roll Daedrikai to attack, and then we'll just roll initiative here.
I got a 12 to attack.
A 12 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a glancing blow.
Oh, so that's 6 damage after that.
Okay. Alright, so you jump out and let loose a shadow bolt, and it hits one of the halflings, just, get them! And Marvin's just like, defend me! And they just rush forward, and...
I was kind of hoping to mage hand his pie tin into his throat and then heat metal.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And then just call it a day and walk out.
All right. Okay, so everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
9.
The chefs rolled the worst thing a halfling can roll, which is a 2. Which
Oh, sweet.
them
I got a
to
6.
last.
If they roll a 1 and then you roll another 1, you don't get to re-roll it, right?
Right, but that's unlikely. No. Okay, what did you roll, Deidrikai?
6.
Ooh, okay. And rest of you guys.
5.
5. Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're doing great.
Gonna have to squeeze that in between those other two that I thought were going to be all that I would need to put down there. That is Madu and Oladon. What did you roll for initiative?
9.
Man, okay. So that's
The
that.
joys of children.
Oh, funny. Okay.
The
all right.
joys of...
Marvin is going to. So you're all three inside the room, right?
The funniest thing is, you're always going to be the most entertaining thing, even when you're not.
Okay, so Marvin is first, and he just yells,
Come
inside, have a bite to eat. And the door slams behind you and locks. And Oladon, you're up next.
Why doesn't our
Sounds
castle
like the
have
mayor
that?
from
I want the whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate. Turkey inside a ham inside a turkey. The whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate. Okay, Oladon, you're up.
Wow. I haven't seen that, but now I think I have to.
It's funny. It's very funny. Okay, Scott, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna rush forwards toward what's the guy's name? Marvin.
You'll have to run past the chefs if you do that, and they'll probably get an opportunity attack. So.
In that case, I'll just
do it.
That's weapon.
Do it.
What are you
I
doing?
believe that D6 poison breath weapon.
Oh, on the chefs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
specifically the food.
So, unfortunately, Madu, you miss out on a cloud of delicious poisonous gas that just goes. And the chefs are like. So they make a con save.
I'd like to rage.
Yeah.
Constitution save. 14 on one of the chefs and 20 on the other one. So what's the saving throw?
I believe 14 was the saving throw.
Okay, so they're both are like, and they manage to like pull their aprons up to cover their faces just in time until the poison dissipates, and they're just like, "You beast! You'll pay for invading and ruining our perfectly good festival. Do you know how long it took to cater this?" Okay, that's your action, I think.
Yeah.
And you moved up to the middle of the room near them.
Yeah.
Okay, Deidrikai, you're next.
I'll just shadow bolt the same guy. Yeah.
Okay. He's probably not going to be alive for too long, so we'll just say the wounded chef. The wounded chef.
Yeah.
New film.
It's a 24
Yeah, definitely hits. It's twice as AC.
12 damage.
That finishes him off.
And then I'll take a few steps forward. Kind of close in on the other ship.
Okay. Like, how close to him?
5 feet? Next to
You know, I'll get next to him.
Okay. So you just, like, menacingly walk up to him and everything. And Madu, you're up next. Lurking behind the wall. On the left side of the wall.
I will quickly slither up next to the other side of the chef. So he menacingly walks up to the chef in his face, and then I slither up behind him.
Okay.
And he's just like,
Okay, so you're now
And then
10 feet away from
stab.
Marvin, and then right next to the last alive chef.
he will get a rapier to the face.
Alright, go for it.
Actually, I'm gonna take one of the spigot skewers, and I'm just gonna stab that into him.
Alright, improvised weapon.
Yeah. Even with improvised weapon, that's without proficiency, right?
Yeah.
So that's a 17.
Hits. So it's just like a meat fork, basically, is what you're... like
a skewer.
Oh, skewer, okay.
Like what you would put through a pig. And, did I still roll with my D8 on that? I'm gonna expend a bardic inspiration here.
What does that do?
What's the improvised weapons damage?
With a
Is it a
poker,
D8? Is it a D6?
It depends on the weapon. With a skewer, I'd say a D6.
Okay.
They're not very big since they're halfling size.
Okay, in which case, that is a total of 5, 10, 17 points of damage. 7 of it is psychic.
How do you want to finish this chef off? We didn't even get a chance to do anything.
Yeah.
Find an apple on the ground and shove it in.
I'm just gonna whisper in his ear, "You look delicious."
You just skewer him like a suckling pig, and he just falls to the ground, drops his butcher.
It's a slow skewer along the noise of the S. Because it... Yep. And then I put him on the spigot, and I start turning.
Okay. I'll give you an evil point for that. That's messed up. Okay, now it's the chef's turns.
We're keeping this PG, kids!
Die.
Ish.
Alright,
Ish.
now Marvin was just about to take a bite of his chicken leg, and then he's just like... "Argh!" And he throws it to the ground, and then moves with alarming speed as he kicks off the wall and starts just rolling towards you guys.
About him not being a threat.
Let's see. He can hit basically 2 of you since you're all there. He'll probably hit... But unfortunately,
Is he rolling
in the middle? So,
yes.
Yeah, he kicks off the wall and just... let's see. I mean... I guess, Oh man, you're equally... I'm just gonna have to roll. You're equally as big of a threat, so... 1, 2, 3. He's gonna go for Oladon. That doesn't help me because he's in the middle. I'll roll one more time to see the other person that he hits. Okay, so he goes for Daedrikai and Oladon. So he just starts rolling. Both of you guys make dexterity saving throws as this rolling massive halfling just rolls towards you alarmingly.
Is there occasionally a butt crack that just kind of peers through as he's rolling through?
Definitely. He barely fits in these clothes that have been tailored and retailored for him, and yeah, you have to see that just rolling towards you. So dexterity saving throws, guys.
I got a 10.
This with disadvantage if you're trying to avoid that spot.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Oladon,
keep note of that.
roll dexterity saving throw. Scott?
12.
Fail.
Well.
Just barely. So you guys both just take the brunt of this fat halfling that just slams into you guys. You both take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone as he just makes like a bowling strike sound as it... And then he slams into the other wall, into one of the kegs of beer, and it starts like leaking, and he's like... And then he gets back up and just shuffles back into place. Okay, Oladon, you're up. You're prone on the ground, basically 5 feet away from Marvin Glenfellow. What do you do?
Well done. I'm going to attack. 5 foot away. I'm prone.
Yes.
I'm going to invoke my giant rune, enlarge,
Okay.
and attempt to grapple him. Well, that's an action, so that's what I...
So yeah, as Oladon stands up from being prone, he just grows, and he grows to the size of Marvin, actually. He just grows into a much bigger dragon form of himself. And he just rushes forward to grab Marvin. Marvin's kind of like, ooh, as he looks up. Daedrica, you're up.
So he's right next to me, right?
Yeah, he's like 5 feet away, 5 or 10 feet.
Yeah.
You can walk pretty much in this place pretty easily. It's like 30 foot.
Do I get disadvantage on a Shadow Bolt if I'm next to him?
Yes, and you are not currently, so you don't get disadvantage.
Okay.
You're 10 feet away from him, basically.
So, 17 to hit with the Shadow.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll.
8 damage.
Okay. Alright, so the Shadow Bolt hits into him and kind of makes a ripple across the fat on his body, absorbing into him. He's just like, oh, devour all of you like I devoured your others. So that's you. Did you want to move?
I'm gonna move up next to him again.
Okay. Madu, what do you do? What do you do, Madu?
Might help if I do that. If you're going to move up next to him, then I am going to move up to the other side of him as well, and I will make
two on one on each side, and then the big one in front. So the big dragon in front.
Is there? A strange question. Is there a big enough spigot for me to slowly push through him? Or spit?
There is not. He is massive. There's no way you could fit him
in
a spit.
Then my next best choice would probably be: is there a big enough doorstop to slide under him on one side so he can't start moving?
No, there's not. Sorry, there's no doorstop.
Okay, then I will just stab him for now until I come up with a better idea. Alright, yeah. Rapier first. That's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh, that's doing pretty good. I'm gonna dump my Bardic for another 2d6 on top of this. So 13 on that, plus... Oh, double sixes! 12 on the psychic. So 25 points of damage total.
25, holy crap. Okay. So yeah, you stab into him, and he's just like, oh, like that was a really bad hit, and he just looks at you. And he's just
and then I'm gonna say, "You'll be my new waterbed."
Gross. Okay. At the top of the round,
I think it'd be lumpy.
At the top of the round, you see the halflings in the. You see the halflings up on the balcony.
I was fine until you said lumpy.
They're like, Marvin's in danger, and they rush over and they start pushing these huge bellows, and the furnaces below the floor under the grates start getting really unbearably hot. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Why are so many con saves?
Because they're
6.
Have to do with your Constitution. Madu, you take 1 level of exhaustion, heat exhaustion, as the room is too hot for you. 12? Not quite enough. You have a level of heat exhaustion, disadvantage on ability checks. And Oladon, Constitution saving throw?
15.
14, okay, you're okay. Sweat. Well, you can't sweat because you're a lizard, but you're okay for now. And with that, it is Marvin's turn. He's going to... You didn't even notice it before, but he pulls out a short sword that he tries to jab you with. Madu does not like you.
Okay.
So he's going to make 2 attacks with that.
But I like him. I told him how much I am gonna love sleeping on him.
13. And
Nothing you love.
less than that. So both of those miss, right?
Wait, you said 19?
13.
13 is my AC, so that's a glancing.
Okay, so one. Oh wait, it is. Oh, never mind. It's a +1 weapon, so that would be 14. So it barely hits.
Yeah.
Short sword. +6. Ooh, 6 on the die. So 8 points of piercing damage as he feebly kind of swings the sword around, and you kind of laugh at it, and then it seems to just like almost deceptively just shank you with it. And then he looks at you with these eyes that are almost being popped out of his face just from the pressure of all of his fat, and he's just like, I wonder what Yuan-Ti tastes like. And he's going to try and bite you as his mouth enlarges abnormally wide for a halfling. There's something wrong with this halfling.
I'm gonna say, I taste like snake. You don't need a guess. I taste like snake. It's just like chicken.
It's a natural
makes it worse.
So, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh wait, he's a halfling.
His jaw locks up.
He's a halfling.
Don't halfling. No, there's no way that fatty is a halfling anymore.
16 is actually what he rolled. So he just goes, "Arr!" and he glomps onto you. You're halfway into his mouth. You're grappled and restrained.
He starts slurping me up like a noodle.
Yeah, he's starting to. But that's his turn. So, Oladon, you're up next.
Alright, I got the short swords out. I'm going to attack him.
I'm restrained, right?
Yes.
Not just grappled.
Correct.
So 21. I believe I get 2 attacks, correct? And one of them I get...
If you use your action surge, which you have back since you took a short rest, so...
Okay, I'll do both.
Alright.
So, 15 and 16.
Those both
So that's
hit.
21 and 22.
Okay. Those both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
5, 6, plus 8. What, 14?
14 points of damage? Okay.
Yeah. And I'll invoke the fire rune, and that's an additional damage too.
Okay. So you feel his jaws contracting around you, Madhu, and then they contract even more as chains restrain him. You're just like, oh! He's like, oh! As these fire chains. So go ahead and roll damage for the fire.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay.
Gosh, why would you do this to me?
Okay.
Objective.
With that, Marvin looks over at you, Oladon, and his eyes are just pure black. Like they're just black pools of void as he snarls at you, and he's just like, his mouth's full right now, but so he can't say anything, but he's just.
I'm a lizard man. I don't have a lot of expression anyway. So.
And with that, you see 5 forks and knives and spoons that were like discarded on the floor start floating into the air around you guys.
Holy crap! What is this dude?
And okay, they roll initiative and they will go next round. Okay, Deichikai, you're up next. You're next to this big pile of halfling that is trying to swallow Madhu and is wrapped in burning chains and is possessed or something. He has jet black eyes. You're not quite sure.
Oh, I actually, I think with that strength thing, I get plus. Yeah. I believe I get a bonus for my size too, for using my cloud rune.
Oh, it's not a cloud rune. I think it's just your giant form or something like that.
Yeah.
But I can look that up real quick for you.
Section. It's just an advantage in strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay.
And I can add 1d to the target. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1d6.
5 points of damage.
Okay. Noted. All right. Daedrikai.
So the guards up on the bellows, they're up on like a balcony level.
Yeah. They're like on a catwalk.
And
Basically.
are they by each other, or are they away like on opposite sides?
There's a few of them. There's like 3 or 4 on one side of the room, and then 3 or 4 on the other side. They're kind of scattered throughout, so none of them are very close to each other.
Sorry. The door. So, sorry. Were they on opposite sides, or?
They're all scattered throughout the balcony that goes all the way around the room. So there's like 8 of them, and they're all just sort of in different places. There's pairs.
Oh,
of
8.
Like there's 2. There's pairs of them that are kind of close to each other, but they're all in different.
Okay. How big is the catwalk up there? Is it like a 5-foot kind of thing?
2.5 feet, just big enough for one halfling to walk abreast.
Okay. So I will cast the demonic circle
Okay.
and teleport up. I kind of want to put myself in a way that I'm not going to get like surrounded on both sides. Like I don't want to get surrounded by everybody, but I just want to be up like next to a half.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that pretty
And then I'll cast corruption.
Okay. 13.
13 is a fail.
Okay. So suddenly the halfling's skin starts looking like green and jaundiced as a disease rushes through its body. And it's like
He takes 3 damage, and which direction would I don't know which. At least if you've got a mental image of which direction.
So they're all
You're gonna
around
go
the balcony. So first choose which direction you would want to teleport up to and cast it on, and then that'll determine what the die roll is.
I'll be south of him.
Okay, so you go on the balcony right above that wall as you came in. So it's so if it rolls, is it a D8 that you roll?
It's a D4, and
Which
4 is to the west.
Oh, so it rolls to the west.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it panics as it like runs away from you 5 feet basically, and it looks horrible. Like it's like and like blowing, like throwing up. It looks like it's almost dead from that one disease. Like it's just like. All right,
And that'll be my turn.
That's 10K. Madu, you're up.
Okay, so is it still alive? Does it look like it's about to die?
You can't see anything. Everything is well. Okay, you can. He hasn't swallowed you yet, but like, yeah, he's alive. But he looks wounded, and something changed out there.
Okay.
Like, oh, and also, I forgot to mention this. You from up there, Daedrikai, you look down and you can see those little creatures that are under the grates and stuff, and some of them are like watching the battle through the grates and everything, and one of them waves at you, and you see it looks like a halfling, but it's like made of lava, like it's just this fiery outline of something, and it's like, help us out, won't ya? When you're done.
Wow.
Maybe.
Okay. And then Madu.
What? You should
Here.
have like, how much?
Yeah.
Madu, you now that you're almost like you're kind of looking down this halfling's throat, you hear a sound from deep within its gut, and the sound says, "Eat up, Marvin. You're a hero. You deserve it. Another keg of beer, another roast pig. Eat up."
Oh, is he like a warlock, and this is his patroners?
You hear it inside his belly, like it's echoing up from his belly that is threatening to swallow you. Anyway, now it's your turn.
Hello? Hello? Echo!
Yeah, it's much bigger than a halfling's stomach should be, but it's not that big. Okay, what do you do, my dude?
What do you do, my dude?
What do you do, my dude?
Okay, I'm restrained, right? So if I attack, it's with a disadvantage.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay. I suggest that you spit me out.
It requires a snake tongue, so I just bite my own tongue off. I'm
No, you just
joking.
touch your tongue. You're just like, there we go, and
Let me double check. I need to make sure that I can't only cast this on snakes.
oh, I think it is. If it's your racial ability.
I think it is my racial one. The following spells you can cast Animal Friendship, snakes only. In third level, you can cast Suggestion once per long rest. No, it's only Animal
So it's
Friendship
animal
on snakes.
friendship. Okay, yeah, you can cast suggestion.
Yeah.
What do you suggest?
So I will cast Suggestion. And my suggestion is going to be Starve. Oh wait, no, that's Command.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
no,
one
my
word
suggestion.
thing. Just tell him,
Yeah.
limited to a sentence or two. So suggest a course of activity.
You're so. I don't want to say puke, which is the easiest thing for him to do to let go of me, but I'm gonna regret it.
And it has to be worded in a way to make the course of action sound reasonable as well.
Yeah, oh gosh, then I can't say this because I was gonna say you're too full to eat anymore.
I mean, you could. Yeah, it has to be. You can't like convince him of a fact. You're suggesting something. So
Okay.
What do you suggest that he do?
Okay, this is what I'm gonna tell him then. I'm suggesting that you spit out the snake as it does not taste very good.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 13. Please
that's
work.
A 6.
Yay!
So, you feel his tongue start to. Let's see. Is it on the next? It pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. So I'm guessing on its turn, then he'll try to like.
For up to 8 hours. So I guess as long as I maintain concentration, he thinks I am disgusting to consume.
Okay. Well, no. You suggested that he spits you out, and then it's over. Because as soon as he does the suggested activity, so.
Right.
But so he will. I'll say that he spits you out right then. Like he's just like.
Okay.
And he spits you out on the ground.
I will then use my movement to move away from him. Oh wait, no, he'll get opportunity attack on me. Can he bite me?
Yeah, he can.
I don't want this. I'll stay put. I'll just move to the next side.
He is restrained by fiery chains, so he would have disadvantage on the attack roll if he tried to bite you.
Okay. I don't want to go back in, Daddy.
Don't make me. Don't make me.
That was his turn.
I'm gonna back away.
All right.
Was it his?
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna go
try
to
and hit you with his short sword as you get away.
Wait a minute. His turn. Because he takes.
Madu is finishing up his turn. Disadvantage.
My turn.
That's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay, so that's his short sword. He doesn't bite you. That's a 6 points of piercing damage as he pokes you with his sword on your way, and he's just like, "Go back."
I thought if he
food."
can you?
Okay.
Why is this short sword not a fork in a knife?
I mean, if he's shackled, can he do that?
His old. Yeah, it was at disadvantage, and so.
Was it 6 damage, you said?
Yes, 6 points of piercing damage. All right.
Okay.
With this, Marvin is going to open his mouth wide and just lift it up in the air, like he's just like like that. And the halflings grab food and throw it into his throat, and so he regains. He only regained. I rolled a 1 and a 2, and so only 4 little pieces of food land in his mouth. Like all this food just
They like splatter across his face.
and he only gets 4 hit points back. But that's his lair action. That was 2d8 plus 2, and I rolled a 1 and a 2. Or wait, okay.
Why do I feel covered in syrup?
And now it's his turn, and so he is. Let's
7
see,
points
need to be an
damage.
action to get out of that. To get out of that, the fiery shackles.
At the top of his turn, he takes damage, 2d6 damage, and at the end of his turn, he can roll to get out of it.
Okay, I already took that damage last turn, so we'll do that from now on at the beginning of the turn. And at the start as well. Okay, so go ahead and roll that damage.
7 points.
Okay. All right, so the runes flare up with fiery energy again. He's just like, "Argh!" He could have made a strength saving throw when that first happened. So let me make that just in case.
He only gets.
Made it. So
I thought he did it.
it says they take 2d6 fire damage and must succeed on a saving throw or be restrained. But he failed anyway, so that's fine. And then they can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns. Okay, so it's not an action or anything. He just can't really move. All right, he's going to Daedric. He can't swallow a gigantic dragonborn, so he's just gonna hit you twice with his short sword. Oladon, crit, and a 6. So when you're not looking, he manages to jab you in the gut with his short sword, which deals 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the utensils start flying around the room, stabbing all of you guys. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Leaving me up on the balcony.
Yep, they fly up as well and just start poking you and trying to stab you.
Dex save, huh?
Man, my saving throws are garbage.
9.
That's a failure.
I failed.
I failed. 9.
Everybody failed. Okay. You take...
Peach boat.
Everybody takes 6 points of piercing damage if you got stabbed by a fork, or slashing damage if you... No, piercing damage all around. It's knives and forks and spoons, So yeah, the utensils are just flying around, just stab.
Speared by a spoon!
And that is their turn. So Oladon, you're up now. Oh, and he can make a strength saving throw, right?
Yeah.
That time he succeeds with a 19. So he's like, just flexes his fat, and the shackles break into pieces and fade into nothingness.
Just
He's
puffs out his gut.
And he like kind of sniffs his burn wound, and he's like, I smell kind of delicious. And gets ready to fight. So Oladon, what do you do?
Ooh.
Very much wounded, but still holding out. What do you do, Scott?
I'm going to attack him.
Go for it.
20.
Yep. Go ahead and hit. Is that a natural 20?
Natural 20.
All right, that's a crit. So
I got my
short
read
sword-
dice.
Ooh, very pretty. If that's your short sword, then add 6 damage to this, because the die is maximized for the crits.
6. Plus 6,
Yeah.
or another die.
Well, yeah, you roll your normal damage and add 6, because it maximizes the die on a crit. So that's our other homebrew rule.
6, 10, plus 6. So 16.
16, okay. You stab him just right in the gut with this short sword. Oh, I just realized you can attack twice with your short swords if you have 2 of them. Do you have 2 short swords?
I have 2 short swords.
Okay, so as your bonus action, you can make 1 more attack if you want.
Okay.
But this one just does 1d6 without the bonus, unless you took dueling as your
17.
17, that hits. Go ahead and roll. Just a d6.
3 plus.
It's not plus.
Sorry.
I keep
anything,
forgetting
unless
to
you're
attack
dueling.
with my dagger after I've attacked.
Do you
6
have-
points.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
To Marvin?
How do you want to finish off Marvin?
Oh, I've been sawing away at his throat, just trying to pull his head back.
Okay, so yeah, you just with both of your short swords, you're just like, and he's just like, oh. And as you start cutting, blood and
Why am I reminded of the Job of the Hutt scene?
blood and fat start oozing out and igniting from the floor below, and you're like, oh crap! He explodes. All of his fat just ignites. You and Madu make dexterity saving throws.
4. Oh, I think I got. So that's 7.
Failure. And Madu, dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. This probably won't be good.
You just suddenly see his jet black eyes just widen.
23, never mind, it is good.
You're just like, whoa, and you hide behind the giant form of Oladon. Oladon, you take 9 points of fire damage as he just explodes. And Madu, you take 4 points.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. I was panicking for
What is this man a beholder? Or I mean,
So 4 points for you, Madu, and 9 points for you, Oladon. However,
4 points and I succeeded?
Yeah, you take half on a success, so you don't have evasion yet.
I know, but that brings me down to 1 hit point.
Luckily, he's dead. So you guys, there's suddenly silence except for like the bubbling of soup and cauldrons and everything, and you see the halflings up around
And the pieces of Marvin
are just sort of looking down there, and they're just like, he's really dead, isn't he? They killed him. And they all just drop their forks and knives, and also the utensils that were flying around the room. As soon as he exploded, they all fell to the ground as well. And you notice where Marvin was, in like the splatter of you don't want to think about it left behind, there's a floating twisted crystal that's floating above the floating about a foot above the floor, and from it
Did he eat it?
Whispers that are just like, eat up, Marvin, that's what heroes do, they get to eat all they want. And it just keeps repeating, whispering over and over again, stuff like that. And
Does it sound like the Lord?
it does kind of sound like his voice, vaguely, kind of distantly. So you put that in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you kind of scoop it up, tie it up. Around him you see his short sword that looks sparkly, like it might be magical. And as the halflings go quiet, you hear cheering from under the floor as those fiery creatures are just like, yeah! Alright, hey, go flip that latch around here, and we'll help you burn Glisterbrook to the ground!
Okay.
Degrees. Okay, sounds good!
The surviving halflings are like, no, please, don't let the Magmans free. We'll just spare us, and we'll do anything. But please don't let them burn down our town.
Okay,
how far down is or how far up is the balcony?
It's probably 15 feet up.
I'd like to just grab one of the halflings and kind of. I want to try and hop over the edge and use him to break the fall.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough to do. These guys are commoners, by the way. You can basically do anything you want with them. So yeah, he's just like, ah! And then he just flatten him like a pancake. I'll give you another evil point for that.
Yeah. I would like to ask...
Hey, Ricky, I'm going to grab one by the ankles because I'm tall enough to do it right now and just bash him on the ground.
Okay, so you guys just start murdering all the halflings in the room?
No, hold on. I was like, I'll say, wait. I'll edit them out. You said you'll do anything?
We just don't
I was just using mine to get down.
We just don't want to die, please.
Okay, but you'll do anything?
I mean,
is this going
require torture or death?
Yeah, like, what are those things called?
Okay. You swear you'll do anything besides torture and death, then?
They all look at each other and kind of gulp, like,
Wakas or something like that?
Yes, I guess.
Jimmy Peen?
Alright. I got an idea.
As you start talking, your friends can't understand you because under the floor you hear "flip the switch, flip the switch"
Switch!
as like dozens of these
I'll go flip the switch.
elemental things are just like flip the switch like under the grate. You gonna flip it, Danger Guy?
Yeah.
Okay, you flip the switch and these two grates in the back of the room open up and these little fire elemental magmans just start flooding out. And they just like, woohoo, yeah! And are you gonna let them? They're just like, may we burn down the village now? Is that what the next plan is? And now
Are we able to go outside, or are the doors locked?
you can go outside now. The door, you check the door to the back, and it's open now. Whatever.
So
It conveniently opened the second the boss died and the heart piece appeared.
It didn't open, but it did.
it teleports us to the
unlocked,
entrance.
So yeah, you start floating in midair and turning around, and then you go and then teleport out of the dungeon, and then Turgup says, "Hey, listen."
Pick up the
That'd be so funny in Evil Zelda where you're an imp instead of a fairy. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
gosh.
Go ahead, Mossy.
Listen, he popped, he blew up, the door opened, and a little piece of fragment of something that we wanted appeared. This seems very similar to what I thought.
Pick up the short sword.
You pick up the short sword.
The short
and,
sword?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like a very nice short sword. It looks like.
Pretty sure it's a butter knife.
Marvin was using it kind of as a long sword, because it was smaller for a halfling. Well, not for him, but for him it just looked kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it's a nice short sword.
Okay. Well, I don't think the halflings are going to be as cooperative now that we've freed the...
No, like, the Magmans are kind of waiting at your command. They're just like, you rescued us, we're under your command. Can we burn the village down? And the halflings are like, no, please.
No. You can't burn this village down.
Let's.
Oh, let's turn them to the wall. Rude.
The Magmans are like, what? These are the ones who enslaved us. We want to burn their house down.
Yes, but
We know
we're
when
saving the...
Why not both?
Well, no. You're not burning this village down yet.
So we can later? Fine. I guess so.
Yeah.
But can we come
And
with
you said you
What
wanted
work
to do
for?
anything, right?
just down the road.
I guess so.
Do you remember Fartshire nearby?
The halflings are like, Harpshire? Yeah, why? We kind of, don't tell them this, but we kind of stole a lot of their food to feed Marvin. We couldn't cook it all ourselves.
Yeah, I think they gathered that.
Right. Why don't
Oh,
you...
they know how. Crap. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about them?
Yeah. So now that they don't like you, and now that Marvin's gone and you have no hero, they're probably gonna kill you. So, why don't you just work for us and help us get into that village?
I mean, we know how to sneak into their village because we stole their
Exactly.
Yeah, we just need the gate open.
Yes. Bring us and these and these little kindlings into that village, and we'll let you go free. You can leave after that.
The Magmans are like, we don't want to burn another village. We want to burn this one. These halflings are the ones who enslaved us. And one of them like shoves one of the halflings, and the halfling's like, ow, and like puts out two burning handprints on her apron, just ow.
I will immediately stab that one.
That halfling.
The flaming one. No, the flaming one.
Oh, he dodges out of the way. I mean, unless you like actually want to hurt him.
No, I'm trying to kill him.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. Are you trying to aggro all the Magmans against you? Because there's
No,
there's a lot of
my
them.
intent
An
here
intimidation.
is to, as a evil minion, be like, you listen to us and you get in line. You're not the We're the leaders here. You gotta listen to us.
Okay,
You
jump-
step out
jump
of line,
the
you
roll
die.
then. So you do that, and
Okay.
the Magmans are like, we don't need that. We just want more direction. Can we come with you? Who do you work for?
Yeah.
Yes, the Horn Lord is our master. He would welcome you. And you don't want to burn down a human village? The Horn Lord would like you if you did that.
There's more things to burn.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's true. It is slightly more flammable over there.
And then we'll come back here for dessert.
We'll see what the Horn Lord thinks. But right now, we just want to run free.
Alright, well, get going then. Go to that cave, go through the portal, and say hello to the goblins there, and the Horn Lord will talk to you and see what he can use you for.
Alright, sounds good. You sure we can't burn down this village, though?
I'll point to one of the hills. You can burn that one down.
Why are we not burning this
Okay,
village?
sounds good. And they all rush into the hill, and the chimney starts blazing fire and smoke out of it, and all the windows start smoking, and you'd hear like laughter and joyous laughter and everything, and they come out and they're just like, that was amazing! Can we do another one, please? Please, please, that was so much fun.
Why are we not burning
I don't see why not. Maybe that one too.
The halflings are like, please, we're not going to help you if you keep burning our houses. We need to live, please. Call them off, please.
This is the last one, I promise.
Oh.
Why don't you just have them burn Marvin's home, then?
The great, the big one, the great hill.
Okay, you get one big one, and that's it. And then you gotta go.
Okay, fine. We hate that kitchen anyway, and they rush in and just start having a heyday. And you guys have to get out pretty fast because the smoke just starts filling. You're like, okay, guys, just a minute. Just they come out like panting. Daedrikai, I don't think you need to breathe, so you're just like fine with it, right?
Right.
But yeah, so you guys go out, and pretty soon that house, that hill is like collapsing in certain parts of it because just of the sheer amount of fire is destroying the infrastructure, and they have a heyday. The rest of the halflings are like, we are not going to serve you if you burn down any more of our homes.
Okay.
Fine. Just let us live, and we'll do what you say. Okay, so you're letting the halflings survive, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Yes.
All right. So you guys.
For now,
You guys.
I feel like it'll be more fun to enslave them than it will be to kill them.
All right.
I need a steady supply of skins.
It only makes
take
use
all
them.
the.
Further our evil intent.
Okay, so are you taking that short sword and like wielding it, Oladon? Is that like one of your new short swords, basically?
I just want to make sure we didn't leave it. I don't. If somebody wanted it, they can have it.
I mean, you use a short sword already to fight with, right? So are you gonna wield that?
Somebody wants it. Yeah.
Okay, so you put that on your belt, and you guys lead the happily skipping Magmans back to the cave and go through the teleporter back into Witherstone Tower.
How do we gotta do that? Can't we just go and burn down the human village? Didn't they have us?
The Magmans clearly don't want to. Like, they're like, we're tired of being ordered.
Okay, so basically, we're gonna do that tomorrow when we come back to collect on the halfway.
Yeah, basically, they seem really chaotic. Like, they're not really, loyal minions. They're just like, it'd be fun to burn this place down because they enslaved us to cook their food, basically. And so the best you can do is herd them into the cave, and they go through the teleportation circle.
All right.
So
I still worked out something, but okay.
So as you guys pass Harpshire, though, the villagers kind of watch you go, and they look at the big plume of smoke kind of burning from Glisterbrook. And one of them is like, hey, did you manage to see a bunch of food over there? The halflings stole it.
Can I shoot that guy?
What'd you say?
Most of it's burned.
Are you shooting him again, Oladon?
Are you shooting him again? Hey, do you have a... Oh, my eye!
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
No, 14 plus 8, 24.
Okay, that hits one of them. Go and roll damage.
Hate those guys. 6 plus 4, 10.
Okay, 10 points of damage.
Is part of the reason you hate them is because we got your mother is a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries treatment the first time we did this?
Okay,
Very.
3... okay, you shoot one of them, and immediately 3 other ones pull out bows and shoot you, Oladon. So you take 3 arrows. One of them is an 8. One of them's a 24. And one of them's a 21. So I assume you get hit by 2 of those, right?
I think those hit me. I have 17 armor class.
Okay, so...
Take that back, 16. It's not +1.
Okay, so 2 of them hit you. So you take 7 and 7 points of damage from one arrow and 9 points of damage from the other arrow.
Okay. Earlier, I took the gained 10 hit points back. I just didn't bother trying to. So what was that? 7
and 9. So 16 points of piercing damage. As they're like, "Stop shooting us!" and they shoot you twice. And 2, one of them misses, and 2 of them slam into you.
This tickles me for some reason. Okay. I retreat out of range.
All right. They're like, they're uninterested in talking anymore about the food, and they're just like, "And stay away from Arpshire, you hear?" And but they're like, but thanks for getting rid of the halflings at least.
I give them the sign. Dad.
And so yeah, they just sort of like glare at you as you guys leave. Okay, so you guys go into the cave and down the tower, back into the Horned Lord's chamber.
I'll give them the lords. Yeah.
The sign of the Horned Lord. You open the bag of holding, and the soul shard, the little twisted black crystal that's glowing faintly red, floats into the Horned Lord's skull, and the skull itself begins glowing, and then it starts hovering off of the throne a little bit, and one of the Horned Lord's eye sockets now glows with a red light. And his voice comes out from the skull saying, "At last, the first step to my rebirth is mine. I can already feel my power strengthening. I can already feel the presence of other shards within our reach." And he says, "As for those halflings, Booyog, send a band of your goblins to subdue the survivors and lead them to the tower. Their slave labor will be very helpful in rebuilding my lair." And he's like, "Now, as for those magmins, they will be very helpful in heating up my forge that has gone cold all these years. Soon we'll be able to forge weapons for our army. Now, throw all the treasure in my treasury and go find something useful to do. You'll be able to serve me again soon."
There was no treasure.
Are you gonna lie to the Horned Lord?
I'm not lying to him. I'm just not giving it to him.
I mean, there was treasure, and you put it in your bag of holding, like the gold.
I put it in my bag of holding.
If you want to defy the Horned Lord who killed a kobold without even looking at him, I mean, kobolds are smaller. Maybe you could survive it. I don't know.
So are we insane? Is he
would defy our lord?
I believe he said we could have whatever we find.
Basically, you put it in the treasury, and then you can use the treasury. Like, it's not like you keep it for yourself. It's like just like a group thing. So, I mean, you're not going to lose the treasure, basically.
We're a communist organization under the Horned Lord. Thank you very much.
Basically.
I guess.
So yeah, so you add 1,000 gold pieces to the treasury.
I was doing this in the name of the Horn Lord, so I guess that's fine.
All right. So Booyog is going to identify the things as well. Okay. So before we take another break, this one can be a little longer, so we can eat lunch and stuff. But so you have a little bit of downtime. You can pick one of the rooms on the map, and all of those rooms have some kind of downtime associated
Treasury.
with them. So, except for the treasury. But you can root through the treasury right now if you want and find something else in it. But basically,
So there is a downtime event there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to take, like, not the whole week or whatever. So basically, you can... actually, we'll say that the treasury activity is pillaging. So you can just go out to random villages and pillage. You can smith in the forge, so you can like upgrade your weapons and armor. You can
magically upgrade it?
No, like smith it. So if you have chainmail, you can upgrade it to splint mail, or that sort of thing.
Do we level up too?
Yes, you level up to 5th level, and just basically choose one of those rooms for downtime, and I'll sort of resolve it after our break. Also, since you spared the halflings, one of the parts of the tower can be built up more. And so the forge is already working, and yeah, so basically they can get built up. I'm not going to worry about those mechanics since we don't have as much time as I thought we did, so it's fine. Anyway, pick one of those rooms, and you can just get the benefits of the downtime from that. And
were you hoping that we would get to this point within the first 2 hours?
Yeah, or 3 hours, but I don't know why I thought that. It never takes. It always takes like 4 times as long as you think it will. So,
I don't think we ever actually got going until nearly noon.
Yeah,
so
the late start waiting for Aaron was another thing, but we still got time for maybe one more of these. Okay, so go ahead and choose one of those downtimes, and then
we got at least time
have it
for
noted somewhere what the downtimes are.
Yeah, I can. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll explain that too. One more thing. As you guys are walking out of the room, the Horned Lord says, "Daedrikai, come back." And he calls you back.
Okay.
yeah, dead Ricky.
You walk back, and he says, "Let's see, how many evil points did you have?"
You'll always be dead Ricky.
You have the most evil points. You had 2, and so he says, "I see a lot of potential in you, Daedrikai. You have what it takes to be one of my most loyal friends." So he offers you so you have one point of the Horned Lord's favor for winning the most evil points that battle, and you get a boon. So roll a d6.
Dang, and I was hoping for the long haul on my evil. They just murdered them immediately to get the short-term evil. Talk about the low-hanging fruit, minions. Come on.
I don't know.
And the reason why we now have slave labor.
The D6 is a 1.
The creepiest.
Okay, you get you get 1 use of Hellish Rebuke, but it is at 6th level.
Oh gosh!
So
Nice.
Is that 5 or 66? Or 68?
Let me check. Pretty sure it's D10s. So first level is 2d10. So
The guy that's
32nd is 3.
So like 7d10 fire damage.
Yeah, 7d10 fire damage when something hits you.
So you have 1 use of that. And okay, so basically here are the downtime options based on the room. The crypt, don't worry about it. It's not going to really work at this point. But you can pillage,
Treasury!
which might bring more gold into the treasury. There's smithing. You can upgrade. You can make any weapon you want or a shield, and you can upgrade your armor to 1 step better than your current one. So, for example, if you have chainmail, it could go to splint. If you have leather, it could go to studded leather. That sort of thing. You can, if you have any magic items, you can basically destroy them and enchant something new at Booyog's Tower. You can do bootlicking as a downtime activity. You can basically suck up to the Horned Lord and get like more favor with him that way. You can train in the barracks, and you can train like a sidekick. All you have now is kobolds and goblins. You can bring a kobold or a goblin on your next adventure. You could name it Trigger, Dustin. And then, yeah, don't worry about the crypt. I haven't figured out that one yet.
Yeah, so Booyah's Tower, you could do enchanting of a weapon, like make
Basically,
a
you guys
weapon
found
+1.
you guys found 2 magic items: the Horn of Plenty and a magic short sword. So you could basically melt those down and make a new
What does the Horn of Plenty do?
Okay, I'll just tell you right now. Booyah identifies it, and basically it fills up each dawn with like magical nectar, and if you drink it as an action, or a bonus action, I'd say, since it's basically a healing potion, we can use those rules. You regain 44 plus 4 hit points, and you're not hungry or thirsty for the rest of the day. And it refills daily at dawn, so it's an uncommon. And the short sword glows blue whenever you're near Booyah or one of his goblins. And otherwise, it's +1 short sword. So you can melt those down into different uncommon magic items, or you could save up and melt them down into a rare item once you get one more.
Does the short sword also go sting when you draw it?
No, but when you hit something just right, it might make a sound similar to that. I don't know. You never found out what it was named. You killed Marvin too fast.
Yes, it must have been named something else like Prick.
Pricker.
Pricker.
Okay, so yeah, if you
Stung.
Yeah,
this is the sword of stung.
It used to sting. Okay, so what do you guys want to do for your downtimes, and then we can.
I'll do pillaging.
All right.
Well, I just do pillaging as well.
All right, you can roll pillaging.
I hate making arrows.
We didn't destroy the village, but we did pillage the halfling village.
Yeah, you could do more time pillaging and stuff. They're going to be taken to the tower and used for slave labor anyway, so.
Yeah, yep.
All right, so pillaging.
Hey, you're not going to use it anyways.
So pillaging for Daedra Kai and Madu, and then what do you want to do, Oladon?
Pillaging.
All right, pillage party. So you guys are all going to pillage. All right, let's take a break. This one can be for like a half hour, so we can eat lunch and stuff, and then we'll be back
Yep.
for more
good.
evil fun.